Is this the boss life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in the dual twist to escape reality.
Welcome to the arena where we pull no punches. Straight jabs and hard truths. Welcome to the Chin Chat.
Bah! Yeah, we are in this thing, man. So, like I said last week, and the irony of it all that I had some fuckery planned for the intro.
Man.
Oh, God. Man.
Mama was cooking field, man. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, shit. So, I
That's
mean,
crazy.
man, this is another thing, because I know we were gonna. We're trying to get to a point to where it's like you don't really want to say anything about this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And every week, it is something else. And I don't fuck it. Let's just bring it up. We just gonna get right into it.
All right.
We're gonna talk about this. And like Skinny would say,
right
damn, where'd you find this? Well, we found this on Mr. Skinny's page.
Damn, where'd you find this?
Damn. Yo, what are you guys' reaction to? We can go over the text. Okay. You see, I have the number blurred out because we don't want any type of static and anything like that. So I blurred it out on that. So let me see. We have at the top. That's supposed to be Kwame's number. This is all according to Skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tommy verified it because I think Tommy had Kwame's numbers. So I think whatever number that is supposed to be Kwame's. So he says, "Cuz you tripping." I don't get no. That's the
no. Read the other side first.
Yeah, the other side is first. The other side is first. You're right. See, it says I'm about to go live and cash app you for your birthday. I saw you on. What did it say? Oh, I saw you on Demi's live. I disagree with a lot that was said up there. He says, I'm at the tables. I can't pick up. Then I think Skinny, the blue would be Skinny, right?
Yeah, the one that said that's at the table.
Right, because it looks
Skinny.
like a
I mean, that's the one that's at the table, that's Kwame. The other one is Skinny.
So he says, live about to cash app you. Happy birthday. Kwame responds, thank you. I'm swagger dashing right now. Skinny responds, all right. Kwame then responds, I'm leaving the tables. I'm ready to come suck that dick and quietly tear that ass up.
Oh,
I bullshit you not. This motherfucker said, I am leaving the table. I am ready to come suck that dick and quietly tear that ass up.
Oh my God!
Skinny responds, cuz you tripping. I don't get down like that. You meant to send this to me?
You know it.
No.
Kwame responds, man, I'm just playing. I'm leaving the casino. And then I think they go into another conversation just by this thread. I don't know. What is y'all reaction to that shit? I don't know. I go a few places.
Basically, he told you what he want. He know what he like.
Funny thing is,
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
two funny things about this. It was funny. One, he didn't even say no. I didn't mean to send it to you at all. Like he didn't even try to like retract it or as act wrong person. That's
Nope.
one.
And what else?
Did he freeze?
Gay or
Yeah,
not, they just automatically assume he's a bot. I'm coming through to tear that ass up quietly. How does that happen?
Hold on, say that one more time because you messed up.
Quietly.
You messed up a little bit. So say that one more time so they can get the clear enough.
He automatically assumed Skinny was a bottom. And he's gonna come tear that ass up. I never even heard anybody tearing that ass up quietly.
Yeah, that shit was like wild aggressive. Like, damn, how we go from the table to like, yep,
I'm ready.
On my way to suck that dick.
And then when he asked, did you mean to send it to someone else? He didn't even say, oh shit, I did mean to send it to someone else. No, he just said
it wouldn't even matter. It's like, wait a minute, like, why are you sending that? It wouldn't matter who that was going to. Either way, he trying to suck some dick.
Yeah, hey, whatever he's into. But he said he don't get down like that. Or are you trying to send it to someone else? He didn't say, oh, my bad, bro. I did mean to send it to someone else or something like that. Nope, like I was saying, this dude's trying to talk about you.
Because he made, you know why? Because Skinny made him that money. So he said he wanted to repay him.
Happy birthday
to
you.
Man.
I want to blow you, but I want to blow your candle out, Skinny.
Oh my God. And these people defend this shit. I mean, to me, okay, my reaction really just because we could say it's alleged, but
right.
It wouldn't surprise me because like I've been saying, Kwame, he gives off a lot of feminine vibes. So it wouldn't be surprising that if he was a rump wrangler, a doo-doo burglar.
What's that guy off of
turd burglar? What do you call? What'd you say?
He likes to push the shit in.
What's that guy off of Boondocks?
I love getting love from the homies.
Now I say it like this.
Yep.
I know who you are, Mr. Skinny.
Oh, the booty warrior. We do this the hard. You see, Skinny, I like you. He do this the easy way or the hard way.
The easy way. Makes no difference to me. Booty is more important than water.
Skinny hit him with the. I don't think we'll be doing anything any kind of way.
Right.
Thank you. You know what?
I just thought choosing the hard way.
I just thought about something. So basically, he wanted to make love to him. Think about it. He said he wanted to do it. He said quietly, right?
To do it quietly, you gotta do it sensually. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Think about that. So it's feelings involved.
It's romance. Okay. All right. That's nice. Sweep you off your feet, plug in your.
That's gonna be a tough one to get through, man. I'm gonna fucking. This shit is gross. Okay. I gotta give me seconds.
Hold up, so he wanted to hit walls and everything.
That nigga said quietly tear that ass up.
Whispering in his ear.
I always said that shit was a suspect ass saying, quietly tearing some ass up.
Feels like mama's.
And now we see where that shit applies. He be quietly tearing some ass up. And then you have Tommy's lives, and he's going on and he's showing like this dude's social media, and this motherfucker's like he's hanging around nothing but flamboyant ass dudes. There was one thing when Skinny and him first severed ties or whatever, and I remember he showed a video of when him and Kwame first linked. And this motherfucker had to be in one of the gayest parts of a city that I've ever seen in my life. Like the streets were paved with rainbow paint, and it just looked different. And I just remember like Skinny was kind of like, where are we? But that shit was hell. That shit was hella suspect. Shout out to Mr. Skinny. I see Mr. Skinny in the chat. Man, that's another thing too. Because Skinny said, tell him to show the thread. So even to that, it's weird that he doesn't respond to this type of shit in any type of due fashion, because it's really hard. I mean, it's really easy to dispel this type of shit. Even if you delete the thread, you can break it all the way down from with your bill, the records, and they can compare records. It's really easy to just dispel, get the fuck out of here. But he doesn't.
Who want to stop Mr. Skinny? I mean, my bad, Skinny. Who want to stop Kwame Brown?
I would stop him just like Skinny did. I would stop him right in the tracks on that damn hold on, wait up.
Whoa.
How we not D-riding at all. We didn't even ask. Hey, text me or no, we didn't say nothing like that.
Yo, y'all need to check your boy about D-riding.
That's the real Mr. Skinny, bro.
Ask your boy, what was he doing in them what do you call them DMs? Fuck them colleges. What you doing in them DMs, boy? Shit, y'all talking about us.
It's going down in the DMs.
It's going down in the DMs. They go down. Oh, Skinny was like, hell no. He's like, wait a minute.
I want to know who Desmond G is, because they always use fake pages. So I want to know who Desmond G is. I think I know who it might be. I ain't gonna say it right now, but I think I know who.
All right.
Yeah, these niggas do use a. But go ahead.
I think it's that one boy that start with a D, the one that you had on the picture up top, like the death row picture.
Oh, damn D POV.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga look like his face stink. I don't even know how the fuck that shit's possible. He just looked like his face stink. Like, I don't know, like his blink stinks or something. Like he blink and then you just get like a whiff of ball air or something. I don't know. But another thing that I noticed since okay, another thing that I noticed.
Hell yeah.
A lot of them seem to think, because since Skinny put this out, a lot of people think like, okay, Kwame, he's kind of not showing himself and everything because he has somebody in the background probably or something. I think that it's kind of weird that since Skinny came out with this, Kwame hasn't shown himself really. Most of his lives, he's it was either real dark, you can't see him. He either has a camera pointed at the floor, or he has it to where it's just, your little, the bubble when you're not cammed up. He doesn't even cam up.
Right.
And so to me, I find that odd that since this came out, he hasn't cammed up and he doesn't really want to cam up, because when you face something or you face an allegation, then it's like people can see you. They can read it how they want, or they can read it for truth. You can't hide. So I don't think it's so much as necessarily that he's hiding a dude lover. I mean, it could be part of it. I don't know, but I think it's more of shame, guilt, something that he knows that he can't defend, because this is something that I think is really easy to dispel if it's not true.
It is really easy to dispel, unless it's true. And then how his character is, I feel like you could probably find somewhere that him being hypocritical of the gay community at the same time too. So then you probably don't want that, have to deal with that backlash.
Zigga, shout out to Zigga in the chat. I see. Oh man.
I know.
Crazy.
Which one? What you talking about?
I'm just talking about how Gerard Carmichael came out the same time that Kwame Brown had to come out.
Gerard gay? What?
Gerard Carmichael's gay?
Oh my goodness, you didn't?
No, we didn't know.
Man, I get my gaydar broke. I don't know.
I didn't know either. But on his HBO special, he has a new HBO special he just put out. It's called like Ronathan or something like that. And he comes out and talks about his struggles of being a gay man in the comedy scene. He has a whole homophobic family and everything. He hasn't came out to them or anything. So his first time coming out was on his HBO special. He came out, and then he did Saturday Night Live. He had a whole monologue about how he's not going to talk about the Will Smith Chris Rock slap, but they need that. Lauren Michaels came up to him and said, "We're going to help you. You're going to do this because the nation needs to heal." And he was like, "My whole family's homophobic. I can't heal my family yet. How am I going to heal a nation about this slap?" Yeah, Gerard Carmichael's gay.
Yeah, that's.
And then when I heard that, I was like, "What is David Allen Greer going to say?
What is it? Something in the air?
What's his daddy going to say on the Carmichael show?"
Right, Everfrass. He said that Kwame is rocking with some Fruit Loops from the Bronx, and that was another crazy thing. Like instead of addressing this shit head on, what does he do? He applies white boy tactics. So he starts doing shit and creating fake text to where they can't see. The difference is when Skinny came out with this, he put up where you could see everything on his page.
Right.
It wasn't hiding. So this dude, I can't remember what his name is. It's something takeout or takeover. Something takeover. Not gravity takeout, but takeover. Mm-hmm. And he put out some text. And you could tell they were real suspect because they looked like they were written by the same damn person, just by like the dialogue. And it was hiding all the contact info. So people are pretty much taking it at face value, like, oh, I got these from Gilbert and shit. He could have got them from fucking Gilbert the trash man and shit in his neighborhood for all we know. Yeah. It's just stupid shit like that. Like these motherfuckers is crazy. Instead of just disproving some shit or just being honest.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things that hurts Kwame right there because, see, we get all this hyped up masculinity, alpha male type of talk. And it's just like at the end of the day, like, man, you're not honest about nothing. So some shit coming out like this to people that have sense or like they really watching you and seeing how you move, this shit wouldn't be surprising.
Right.
Because he don't stand on anything. That's right, Billy Allen, Dime to Take Over the Truth. It's called Takeover. And it's like, man, and then it's to the point to where now it's like he's recruiting people. He's the one actually recruiting people to dispel all this bullshit where he can shut it down and either come out or just show the records. It's real easy. Brown Skin Lady, shout out to Brown Skin Lady in the chat. But she say, oh Lord, that little pit bull enchilada needs to delete his account. Nobody is paying him for ish. That was the crazy shit too. They were saying that Gilbert was paying people $1,200 to try to take down Kwame's page.
Uh-huh.
So that's where all this. So allegedly he's saying Gilbert paid Tommy Sotomayor, Mr. Skinny, and guys like that $1,200, and then that's why everybody's going against Kwame because Kwame has some sort of divine purpose that we're fucking missing somehow.
He ain't paying us. If he is, I need to talk to one of y'all because I need my cut.
Yeah, Gilbert, I'm a little strapped, Gilbert.
Chris Martin, though, that he's pouring down some fact. Yeah.
Oh, go back to Chris Martin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what did he say? Great points. He was also critical of Little Nas X.
Dresses, but he was basically envious because he was jealous he wasn't invited to wear a ball gown or dress.
But that's why it's not surprising with him because what I say before, Kwame is real reflective. Is that the right word? Yeah. So it's everything that he says when he puts it out, from Patch-Eyed Demon, Weak Weasel, you can see these in him. So when he's going hard on gay people in a certain way and trying to overemphasize his masculinity and state that he's an alpha, like it makes sense because it probably is something that he battles with. He got way too many pictures with guys in hotels. Just it's a lot. And if he really wanted to dispel it, like I said, it's really easy. It's not really much that you got to do. It's just a matter of pulling your phone record or just showing the thread. Mm-hmm. They show the thread at the same time, and then you can see. But instead, he tries what do you call it, diversion tactics. And so he gets this dude out the Bronx to create some fake text, or he has Kwame send them some text. They hide the contact info, and then we just supposed to think like, oh yeah, Gilbert sent that. It's like people think we're stupid. I don't know. Do you guys drop out?
No.
Shout out to Malaysia Green.
No, I'm on mute because she's screaming at the
Oh, did you see? Did you see? Hey, did you see his side piece or not even a side piece, but I guess some of his old work popped up on his chat for no reason and shit. Like, dang, Kwame, it's been a long time, and all that bitch looked like Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm gonna see if I can put this shit up.
Without the tattoo?
Yeah, she didn't have a tattoo on her head. She had a full head of hair, I think. But outside of that, it was pretty Bam Bam-ish. Outside of that.
Damn.
Hold on, I'm about to try to see if I can pull this up. You gotta see this broad. You gotta see her.
Yeah, he pushing that. He's saying he all this. It's all, for black women, but he not really for black women. These men,
be a black woman.
Him, Derek Jackson, all these dudes, man, they so.
It always be the main ones. Them niggas that be so pro-black and stomping and marching and proud. Those be the main ones. Stay up under a white girl.
Yeah, I saw that bitch at Walmart yesterday.
Man, I'm gonna pull it up. Y'all keep chopping it up. Pull her
no,
up.
she was like the principal from Matilda. That bitch, bitch.
Hold on.
Damn.
I can't see it.
You got the full location and everything.
Oh my God.
Cincinnati takeover.
That is crazy. I'm just gonna hold that up there until somebody else says something.
There you go.
That's her?
Yep.
I thought that was the principal from Matilda. I thought she was like, this is the Matilda club.
Man.
Eat the tank.
And she was like, yeah, what's it been? It's been like 16 years or something. I was like, yo, I'm trying to imagine what this could have looked like 16 years ago to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't see it. I don't see
16 years later.
That is crazy.
That old work. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking wild.
And what he say? He didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he say something back? And she looking like.
No, he confirmed it.
He
confirmed it, like, yeah, it's been, but like he's kind of like talking like, yeah, what's up,
man. She does kind of look like a big boss man.
She do kind of look like boss man.
Herbert Hoover.
Not to speaking of boss man, Vince McMahon is out here fighting at WrestleMania.
He did?
What?
He is?
He's on there right now.
Who's he fighting?
I don't even know the dude's name. It's one of their commentators that used to play football, but that's just crazy. But yeah, man, this is your boy. That's his work. Like, look at this shit.
It was McAfee, but yeah, that's crazy. Look at her.
And it's just a lot of contradictions, and it's just simple shit. Like, I just think like he right. Shout out to Zigga on the WrestleMania, Yeah, I was watching it, but we had to get on and get this out. But yeah, it's a constant thing with contradiction with them, and it's never any answer. It's never any just straightforward with him. It's always bullshit. And like I said, one of the most significant things that you can see the difference is that since Skinny put this out, he will not look his subscribers, his supporters in the face. Not once.
Hey Desmond, we'll talk about you if you show your face. You want to hit that link?
Yeah, I'll put the motherfucking link right in the goddamn chat. You want to hit the link? I wonder what Desmond would have to say. Because even to somebody like Desmond, it's like what we're asking is just something simple. Just
very simple.
Show something. Stand on something.
And while you standing on something, make sure you hit that like, you hit that, you hit that bell, you subscribe, hit them comments to that Chin Check podcast.
Boom!
Yeah, shout out to all our new subscribers. We are up to 506 now. We're nothing without y'all. We trying to get to that point where we can do some real shit and start doing like, giveaways and shit like that too. So that'll be dope, man. We really appreciate y'all rocking with us. You guys be doing 1,000,001 things right now, watching WrestleMania, but y'all here with us laughing at this Kwame shit because this shit just never gets old. It's always something every week. And it's just like, damn, is Skinny still in the chat? I wonder, man, like, is this like is it strategic? Like, why is he sitting on this so long? Shit, if I dropped the link for Skinny.
Oh, that'd be dope if he can come in and talk
somebody here is Skinny. So we tell him to come on because we want his point of view too. And
definitely. Yeah, that would really like kind of help clear it up. I know a lot of people got questions and assumptions. But that's y'all gonna see who I am real soon or very soon. Trust me. Yeah, okay, dude.
All right.
Ain't not that hard. Just cam up. Whatever. All the extra shit. The theatrics. For all we know, it's probably Kwame. I think it's weird that like a lot of his supporters and followers and people like they don't they don't put their face to anything.
He said Squinty knows who he is.
Yeah, I'm about to post it in the thing because if Skinny's still in, is Skinny live right now? Do you know?
Let me see. I'm looking.
Oh no.
I'm looking right now.
So like, yeah, tell him to hit our link.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Here, let me oh shit, I put it in the thing because I want to know. Like, man, how you sitting on this? We could have been past this. He could have leave that nigga work alone. I was like, man, he could have came out the gate with this. He could have just came out the gate like, ugh, this nigga gay. Fuck all that alpha male talk bullshit he talking about.
Hit that link on YouTube.
Yeah. Tell Skinny to come back.
Or you can hit that link on Facebook.
Because I mean, Skinny himself, he said flat out, he was like, and then we can just take what we have here, whatnot. Skinny said, nope, he's a heterosexual male, despite him being in jail for 11, 12 years, like everybody tried to point out. And he feels Kwame assumed that he could just quietly tear that ass up. He just assumed that he was a bottom, like Gerald said.
Right. Why you gonna assume he's a bottom? How come Kwame didn't say, I'm ready for such a dick and you come tear this ass up? You should have worded it both ways. Give him options. Don't just assume.
Billy said he was getting killed on his last live, but it's man, that's why he always has it on the little member only thing where you can comment because he knows like he can't even face the shit. And I bet you he wasn't cammed up either, was he?
Probably not. Well,
Malay just said he gonna tell the police, man, dude, this ain't us. Hey, we keeping it neutral. We asking the same questions. Like, yo, like, how do we not?
Friend lady.
Right. Brown skin lady be on point. But yeah, we asking the same question. Like, man, keep that shit consistent. Like, because that's the thing with these leaders, these people that they adopt as like our leaders and our role models. They're full of shit. And you can see Kwame is full of shit because whenever they start talking about work and actually doing real work, you can see how he drifts off. He's not trying to really do anything.
Right.
It's not about anything. Whatever, and he be having some, and that's the thing. I'll give some of his supporters this. He has people that come on his show and in his chat, and they seem like they have real genuine intentions. They really want to do shit for their community. They really want to better their situation, better the situation around them. I'll give some of his supporters that. But then when they try to bring Kwame on, because Kwame has created such this image as if like that's what he was all about, and they try to include him and you know, bring him out like that, he finds a way to get out of it. He told one dude that I think was in Atlanta, was some light-skinned brother hopped on his feed. And he pretty much used the excuse like, oh, he's scared to meet. He ain't trying to meet no new niggas right now, pretty much. But I'm like, how do you do the work, but you scared to meet people? It doesn't even make sense. And it's like whenever somebody talks to him about actually doing some work, like, hey, man, if you could come out, like he don't jump on none of these opportunities to really prove it. That's like, you got to be careful, because if you ain't about that activist shit, or if you ain't really about that, or you lazy as fuck, then watch what you put out. But this is just an easy money grab from him. He ain't about no work. And it no matter what situation comes up, you ask him to prove himself, you're going to get bullshit every time. Just like this. He could have squashed this shit days ago, long before we got to it. But we're the bad guy. Right, Malaysia.
As usual.
Won't even do shit for his own kid. That's the thing. Like, I don't know how that don't bother people. Like, if you any kind of sensible person, you know, people that love their children and all that shit, like, how do you even respect that shit, really?
Right.
Like, that shit's wild.
And it's crazy. There's women out there calling him like an alpha, or he's a good man, big man, and all this extra shit.
But you know what type women those are, though.
Right.
It's the same type women that raise these type men that women ultimately and society ultimately complains about. These old in the way, inefficient, no real value having ass niggas. All these broads are raising little mini Kwames of their own. Future deadbeat fathers and all that type shit. So it's, I don't know. That's what you see a lot. He's constantly coddled over there. Every time somebody pop up on a live, it's some fucking humongous ass broad just dick ride. He had a girl so big on his live the other day. I was like, God damn, did she fall into the curtain? It looked like she was draped in the whole fucking curtain and shit, like one of them long ass wall curtains.
No, we're not Kwame haters. We just hate people that mislead people, that take advantage of people. Keep going.
Right. And that was the thing. See, and it's the people like y'all, like the Peter, what is that? Peter Protege. It's the people like y'all, like, which really started this, because all we did was offer opinion on him speaking on the Lakers and LeBron and shit, and they could have ended there. But you all are a reflection of him. Your unwavering biased support is a reflection of him. And so it forces you to really look at this, because like you look at a motherfucker's followers, then it makes you think like, oh shit, you know, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Because these niggas are weirdos, like the Desmonds and you and just the people that he keeps around him. So it makes you look. So I mean, shit, we just pointing out the fucking obvious. It's not necessarily, like I said.
Had people fooled from the jump. Had me fooled from the jump. I was like, oh, why are they going so hard on him and stuff? He's trying to do stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, then you fucking listen to this motherfucker, like you really watch him, you see, like, oh man, this nigga's full of shit. Right. Oh, that's why his career didn't go worth a damn and shit, because he don't fucking work. And then you really start thinking, and you're like, damn, all his whole narrative changes if he had work ethic. And then in what part of his story that he sells to everybody does he take accountability? That's one of the most bitch ass qualities as a dude. Men, we're just at a standard where we're held accountable. So when you see a man talking and he's never telling you about what he could have done different, how he could have controlled the situation, that ain't alpha behavior.
They ran a cult over there.
Yeah, it is like a cult. These motherfuckers will come on here defending them, and they'll be talking like them and everything. They're like many little. It's like Kwame's like the main symbiote, and he's leaving this little symbiotic nut everywhere on these niggas, and then they just take over and they jump on anybody's YouTube live that got something realistic to say about Kwame, because we take him out of that fucking fictional world.
So he's Carnage.
Not Carnage. He ain't even Carnage. He one of them weird little colorful ass symbiotes that came after Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, after Carnage and leftover.
Right. Like, man, that shit that's ridiculous. We're only pointing out the obvious. What he said, he has time to grow. He has made big changes. Okay, I'm gonna read this without getting pissed.
No, the magic word. Just say the magic. Sorry, I'm acting all feminine, but say the magic word. You see the magic word, don't you? See the phrase, right?
But he has time to grow.
No.
He has made big changes in society.
He has
brought attention to trading and coding. Peter Protege is a fucking troll.
Feed 20 plus YouTubers and display people bad behavior. Okay.
Yeah, Peter's a fucking troll. I'm not gonna take you serious, dude. When does Kwame talk about coding and trading? Now he don't give a shit about coding and trading, and it's the thing that's scary about shit like this with Kwame, because every time he falls out with somebody, another bomb gets dropped that is just so fucking devastating for his fucking image. It's unbelievable. Who he fall out with first? He stayed fucking with Tommy. We seen what Tommy did. Fell out with Mr. Skinny. Mr. Skinny puts these fucking texts out. I'm almost scared to see anybody else fall out with Kwame. I don't know what else we don't want to know about this nigga at this point.
That's so true. Peter did show up as soon as Desmond left.
Right, because them niggas is weird. Like ever since I found out what's his name?
Tag.
Carcino was Mr. Fair Use or some shit. Oh man, it's been up. And that's why I said that's another reason why, man, we on y'all motherfucking heads weekly. Or whenever the fuck we feel like it, or whenever we see y'all doing some sucker shit. Yep. You motherfuckers like what's his name? What Skinny say? Them motherfuckers is the gift that keep on fucking giving. Because we be right on y'all motherfucking ass since y'all hear us, y'all know what we saying, and y'all can't even put y'all face to what y'all saying to come at us. Yeah. Let's see what this motherfucker say again. What have you done? Go to this bitch. Look how these bitches talk. That's it. Hold on. Look at how these hoes talk. I just imagine he's saying it like he has a bitch ass inner voice when he's typing. So it's like, what have you done? Because you know it's all caps.
Okay.
Just talk about Kwame all day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I imagine they sound. Eh? You talk about Kwame. Kendra K says she truly believes Kwame enjoys failing and losing in life. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Hold on, I got a question.
I'm scared they fall. Billy got a point. He fall out with Gravity Takeout. I don't even want to see that shit. I'm staying off the computer. Man. After Tommy falling out with Tommy and then Skinny and then Gilbert and all that, I don't want to hear anything Gravity would have to say because everybody's suspect about Gravity. But what you gonna say, Keys?
I wanted to say is if he's saying that to Skinny, what are you saying to these fans? Why y'all put your head down for? So nobody gonna say nothing?
I can't. What is he saying to these fans? He's gonna probably tell him
Man.
what mama's cooking is cold for.
That shit was so grossly aggressive too. It was just like, nigga, I'm about to come. He just knew he was on his way. Like, he was like, God damn, you ain't even asked. Gonna warm it up? Nothing. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that works in that world.
I don't know either.
But you would think like maybe a little, try a little tenderness, like something like
some type of prepping.
Yeah, something like. Damn, we go from one extreme to nigga, I'm gonna come suck that dick and tear that ass up. Quite like, whoa, like shit. How the hell we get there? I was just saying happy birthday, nigga. God damn, what the fuck you drinking at the bar?
Even
she
the
got
dog,
you loose.
Stay away from my daddy. Go take his butt.
Brown skin lady, she said, "Did y'all see that wino almost whooped
That
Kwame's
ill was
ass
perfect
yesterday?"
timing.
Did y'all see a wino almost whoop his ass yesterday?
No. What?
No, shit.
When? What?
That shit is fucking hilarious. For what? What happened?
Well, the wino wanted all the smoke.
Because he wanted that butt.
he cut the live off. Shut up. Oh.
Hey, anybody find Mr. Skinny? You ain't find Mr. Skinny? See what that nigga doing? He ain't doing. Tell that nigga come in here. We need these texts broken down.
His mama's house got repoed?
Yeah, he let that shit go into foreclosure.
One second.
Damn. He couldn't even keep the house. He can't keep the job in the
Nothing.
NBA. He couldn't keep the house.
That's the thing. That's the fucked up thing about YouTube. Cowboy hater. He said Kwame's the algorithm. That's the cold shit. Nobody's taking that shit away from him. I think it's fucked up that, for a lot of YouTubers maybe to get in a certain spot to where their shit is visible. Somehow it's almost got to be tied to him as a suggestion. Like I see it because when I watch YouTube, normally I don't watch YouTube logged in. And so you can kind of see what's tied to what. That way, when you're just watching the videos and you're just seeing what comes up based on what you like. So I wanted Skinny to hit that link. I know Skinny would.
Yeah, I'm finna start checking right now. I was just
like Anthony, you're supposed to be doing that right now. How long ago? You need your ass whooped.
My phone died.
Said you need your ass whooped. You need your ass whooped.
Trying to catch up with these comments, boy. My bad, everyone.
Nah, you good. Let me see.
I'm finna try to hit him up on Instagram and see if he'll answer. Because everybody got their Instagram.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me know. He ain't on right now. Let me see. Chris Martin. He said his his children's mother, Jocelyn Vaughn, initially filed a child support order in 2018. Cowboys hater. Yeah, you're using it. Nah, I mean, y'all gotta admit. And this is the thing too with this whole thing, like as if we're supposed to be fucking ashamed for wanting to be in the algorithm. Like I'm not just doing this shit because I want to look in the goddamn camera or whatever the fuck. Like I assume everybody on
if that's the case,
YouTube,
there's no point in going live.
Yeah. And I mean, YouTube is its own space, and in this space we have this whole thing with Kwame Brown and everything. And I'm sorry, this shit is fucking entertaining. How do you not speak on this shit? I think it's wild that you guys choose to follow somebody like this and you really don't, and you hold them to such high regard and you don't hold them accountable or to any standard.
High regard, but low standard.
Right. Like, how does that fucking work? Exactly. Hold them to high regard, low standard. That's wild. And then he get on here. This nigga told, what did he tell these dumbass niggas that follow him about that weak ass shoe drive? He told these motherfuckers something to the effect that the city stopped his shoe drive because he be online talking about trading and coding and pretty much, I guess, had to do with him influencing people to trading and coding. And so the city stopped his shoe drive, and that's why his shoe drive sucked.
Wow.
That nigga really told the motherfuckers that, and like, I just wonder at what point do like motherfuckers be like, yo, this nigga's full of shit.
Huge pile.
These motherfuckers going off on the comment.
There you are.
Cowboys hater. Tell us what we saying wrong. Like, to people like you, we pretty much were saying, where's the standard? What standard do you hold them to? But that's what I'm saying. That's what, y'all not about any truth. Y'all about flagging people and doing that whole thing, but y'all not about any truth.
Right.
What truth do you find in that? Like, that's crazy. Y'all be proud that y'all flagging motherfuckers. Like, to me, that's uber corny, dude. Shit, I got an issue with somebody, I can address it. We could talk it out and shit, but I'm not going through all that. There's a lot of shit that you niggas could be flagging if y'all was just gonna really flag some shit and y'all really cared about black people or black people being cut down or some shit like that, but y'all don't. It's all kinds of racist shit on YouTube. It's all types of black male bashing on YouTube if y'all really believe in black boy magic and all that shit. But y'all don't do nothing of that. But when people point out, shout out to Nona Banks. Thanks. But
thanks, Miss Banks.
Right. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, just the fact that, you know, y'all don't flag shit that y'all supposed to, but y'all take pride in flagging down Tommy Sotomayor and shit. Like, y'all don't hold Kwame to any standard. This motherfucker could tell y'all anything, could say anything, or whatever. It's the fake snake oil. What would you do if someone say they would piss on your mama's grave? Well, if I was sitting online starting shit with motherfuckers, I would expect it. That's the thing. Like, y'all look at it from one end as if Kwame is innocent.
Right.
Kwame has been online for the better part of over a year, fucking with people. And I'm saying that from a time where I watched him, and like you said, like, he had us fooled at first. And so we used to watch him, and it was just like, okay. But if you go back, this motherfucker was fucking with people from jump. That's the reason for his whole explosion, is fucking with people. And then even after people pretty much apologized, or they said, yeah, we're going to leave it alone, he stayed fucking with them. All of them. His whole thing is about fucking with people. It's not about trading and coding. It's not about no message. It's a little bit about black boy magic. That shit makes sense. Yeah, you really got to look at that shit to an extent. Like, there is some evil to that. What happened? Did G drop out? But there is some evil to that.
Yeah, he dropped out.
When
he pop up, I got.
Yeah, when you look at it, when you just that willing to deceive people, or not really hold the people that support you to any type of regard or something, just like, damn, like, you should have a certain respect for the fact that you garnered this much attention on a small talking point. Like, that alone should inspire you to maybe be more than what you are, to maybe work a little harder, go a little harder. You got supposedly over 400 people believing in you, but it's nothing. He just sits back and collects your money, and he don't do the simple shit. Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he said, motherfucker just don't give a fuck. He ain't even teaching his own kid trading or what the fuck is trading? Like, I hate that shit. I gotta stop saying that shit. I hate it when stupid people get you saying stupid shit.
Trade.
Fuck up. I'm saying, yeah. What the hell is trading? Trading what? Trades.
Stop money.
Fuck. Trading and coding and shit. Just like, hey, like motherfuckers just out here trading shit, and then that's how we get on. Like, oh God, man. I don't know. I just don't know where the fucking bar is for his supporters. And you see these motherfuckers coming in.
Oh, you know what? You know, I always had gay friends, right? They call when a straight person and a gay person exchange when they have sex, they call that trade. So he's trading the code.
Yeah, because he fucking talks in code.
Yep, and he's trading
that dome. Ain't he in Atlanta? So he got that Georgia dome. We out there trying to get on that yin yang. You know, that Georgia dome.
That's crazy.
Man. Yeah, a lot of the shit that he does, though, it's not even surprising. Like, that's the thing. Like, it ain't even about like, oh my God, is it true? Like, it really, just from our standpoint, it really even wouldn't be surprising. Because everything about him is very not masculine. The way he talks, the way he seems to process a lot of his thoughts, the way that we see how a lot of the shit that he says, he's always projecting. See, Nona says, I was a huge Kwame fan until he disrespected Farmer Nancy the way he did. That was a complete turn off for me. And I was done with him after that. Yeah, but he do that shit all the time. I already went in on somebody that pulled up on him or something, like some homeless dude or whatever, for such a community activist. Right, a do-low twist. The do-low twist sound like a gay finishing move in wrestling. You can hear Jim Ross saying it like, oh my God, it's the do-low twist. The do-low twist.
Don't compare him and wrestling together, please. Don't ruin it for me. Please don't ruin it for him.
He's setting him up for the do-low twist. He hits it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm assuming like the do-low twist, if it was a move, it'd be like I don't know.
Please, man.
Man. I'm surprised nobody even did that shit. Oh, man. Let me see. We got this motherfucker on here. Let me see. We'll give it to y'all.
Yeah, keep going.
A fake Mr. Skinny profile pic, but all you doing is talking. Just big mouth with no skills. That's a fair assumption. I guess when you dick riding and shit. I don't know. Like, I wish y'all motherfuckers really like stood on what the fuck y'all had to say. Like, y'all use all these fake profiles and shit. So, like, just that alone, it's hard to respect it and take y'all seriously. Y'all,
hit that link.
Yeah, like y'all make Kwame look even more trash because y'all all like that's white boy tactics. Like what white boys hide behind mask and act out and then act normal during the day. Ku Klux Klan is the same type of motherfucking tactic. The supporters do that shit left and right. Like none of these niggas is attached to their profile. None of that shit. These motherfuckers can't put up no real fucking content or anything. They just fucking snakes. They all the same fucking type. Right. And Beware said it just like I said. Like shit. Like who does that? We're right here. So it's like, yo, if you can't put your face to something, you can't take the link, then it's like, how do we take you seriously? Y'all don't answer the question, which is another problem with Kwame. So y'all all the same way. This is really a simple fucking question. If anything, instead of getting mad at what we're saying, you guys should ask this of the motherfucker y'all following. Or if one of these dummy accounts is Kwame and shit, then you should probably check yourself. Or if it's Carcine Ho, it's like, get real. Like y'all building something off of some fuck shit. Like your foundation is all fuckery.
It's shaky. It's loose booty.
And that's the problem. Y'all put so much stock into a motherfucking shit that's shown 20 years consistently that he's unwilling to work, that he's unwilling to stand on anything. He's lightweight suspect, and he's not half of the shit that he says he is.
If that thing is true, he's not lightweight. He's all the way suspect.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of tough because
Two of the
people that claim that was his number. So I'm pretty sure that we can go off of that. So I don't see. Yeah, he should have been able to dispel that shit if that was the case. I wonder what the fuck Gilbert knows about that shit. Gilbert knows him from fucking the NBA.
Mm-hmm. See, all this time, fighting with them and talking about them. When he said right here, Carcina, aka, is a Cancer, I was like, what does a sign got to do with it? Like,
yeah, he do that gay shit a lot. Don't he be like, oh, I'm a Pisces and stuff. Like, who the fuck those that shit? That's such female shit. Like that's mad. That's female energy. I'm a Pisces and shit. Only a bitch try to dismiss they fuck shit because of their astrology.
Not a woman, but a
bitch.
There you go.
Hold on. Keep going. Hold on. Let's see if he responds. Did you hit him up?
Yeah. He ain't hit me back yet. My phone didn't go off. I didn't get no message.
What did he say? Tommy Fire Leo? He said Tommy Sotomayor said Michael Jordan said Kwame was gay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Really? You know that just totally cancels out that whole just half of his talk.
Yeah, it does, and it's sad. But I can see it. If he was raised by a single lady, a single woman. She was a prostitute. His father wasn't really there, so he was confused. So that's why he acted the way he acts. I can understand
that shit. Don't make you confused.
And somebody could have took his butt.
That's what that nigga's heart desires. Maybe a lot of, and that's a whole nother subject. But I think, I just think it's a whole nother thing to where you try to present something that's not, that's not factual, or that is not truth. So it's like he pretty much came online and he created this big super nigga character. And then the more that you peel it back, you're seeing like, yo, like this ain't this dude at all. Now it's like, damn, this motherfucker's gay too. He's already lazy. We already showed he's lazy and he lies. Now it's looking like he a gay, lazy liar. Like, I don't know. It's fucking wow. What the hell does this dude say? Hey, watch this. This is how you what'd he say? What content do you have? Is Kwame a transgender, a crackhead? Come with something good. But that's the thing. We don't have to make up anything on Kwame. That's not what we do. Like, we don't do this shit for what would that be? Like clickbait to assume that this nigga was transgender or a crackhead. I mean, we know what we know about Kwame. It's what we put out, or it was what he puts out. It's you that don't hold him to any standard. So y'all don't give a fuck that he goes live drinking and driving. Motherfucker could be on YouTube live, drunk and driving. Y'all don't say shit. But we're the problem. But we're just pointing out. We're just pointing out what we see. This is shit that you should see if you're a fucking adult with just a basic IQ. Like, this is nothing we're saying is so fucking shocking. And like I said, I dare one of you motherfuckers to dare take the goddamn link with your fake pages and show your face. I would love to be able to tell the Carcinos and the Gravity fake out and all that shit how bunch of fuck niggas that they are to their face. That would be great. That would make my motherfucking night. I wish. What your boy from the Luce Keys? He said, niggas don't hope. We wish.
Yeah,
we wish a motherfucker
would. We do wish.
Yeah, all of the Gravity takeout, Carcino, all them fucking fake ass supporters that don't call that nigga on this shit, all these fake pages and shit. We wish. We've been saying that from jump because y'all don't have nothing to stand on. We're talking about truth. So it's like, long as you operating in truth, you can't come for that. It doesn't matter. We don't need fucking thousands of motherfuckers sucking our dick. It's truth. And if motherfuckers ain't fucking with that, then we don't need them motherfuckers on our shit anyways.
Them text messages is the truth.
But that's the thing. You don't have logic. You're not even logical enough to put your face to your profile, first of all. So that's where you're already operating in a falsehood. Then all you're going to do is get on here and you're going to cry and you're going to bitch and moan and come with the Kwame talk points. The message is real simple. When it comes to those text messages, why can't Kwame disprove that? It should be real fucking simple.
Hit that link.
Y'all motherfuckers just get so fucking worked up because we're talking about Kwame because y'all don't want to look at this motherfucker in a real light. Like, and that's what I noticed. Like I said, a lot of you are so much a fucking like, and this is how you guys can follow him because niggas like to fucking talk all day. See, as much as y'all say, oh yeah, okay, we talking about him. We're not on here fucking 6 times a day, 7 days a week.
Hold on. If that's the case,
he's not going.
If that's the case, hit the link. Hit the link, please, sir.
A nigga that won't show his face, you're basically talking in circles now. You're just not talking circles around us because it's truth. You're not going to tell us what's wrong. We're saying some basic shit. You guys as supporters, if you really support somebody, then you hold them to standard. You check them when they're wrong.
I just say,
motherfuckers will sit here and listen to this motherfucker just say whatever, do whatever. Shit have come out about him that's contradictory to what he's saying. And y'all don't question it. Y'all still talking about trading and coding, and Kwame don't even talk trading and coding. I think on one of his recent episodes, he said, oh man, fuck that shit.
I could defeat that right now. If he's all great and holy and all what you guys say, then Charleston White will still be right beside him right now.
Exactly. Charleston, and that's the thing. None of these niggas have said anything different than what we said. And this is how you gotta peep it, because see, we seen the shit from just by watching them. See, you got Tommy, Gilbert, Mr. Skinny, Charleston White. These are motherfuckers that all dealt with them on some sort of level. We saw what they saw while they was getting their feelings hurt or whatever, or different things going on in their different situations. We saw that shit from a distance.
Really?
Yeah, nah, trust me. Yeah, shit. Skinny, no shit, man. We was picking on Skinny too. We was roasting him too. because it's like when you see some shit is just not right. Like, you know, you just like, nah, hell nah. I'm cool. Like I never needed to join those niggas or what they were doing over there for us to get cheap followers and cheap subscribers that we gotta fucking, I don't even know what you would call it, but kind of just string them along and shit on some bullshit ass narrative.
So
you don't have
true.
to like what we're saying, but
So
we're not
true.
lying. It's the fucking truth. And if anything, if you are a Kwame supporter and you sitting and watching this shit, then you should be able to come here, hear what the hell we're saying, and then go back and watch this motherfucker. See how the fuck he moves. You gonna notice and shit. Like, I ain't making this shit up, dude. He don't do shit. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna get out and do no fucking community work. He gonna sit there and bullshit. He's so embarrassed now after these fucking text messages come up. He won't even cam up. This is your masculine superhero. You're an alpha male. You're a hell of a nigga. But we're wrong. But like I said, cowards are not going to cam up. You guys are going to hide behind fake ass pages. And that's good. Because you can't really fuck with real niggas and niggas that tell the fucking truth.
I'm just going to say, hit that link. If you talking all that stuff, snake oil, whoever you are.
It's Kwame year 2. Y'all niggas been on YouTube for years and ain't done shit. Like, nigga, this ain't our fucking life.
Yeah. What the hell?
Like, y'all really, that's the thing. So is that what it's about? Numbers? Like, nigga, fuck the numbers. If you can't even look yourself in the mirror or you can't even fucking cam up, what the fuck does his numbers mean? Where he's so ashamed that he can't even look at y'all.
And also, we haven't been here for you.
Said she cammed. Yeah, that motherfucker cammed up for that white girl real quick and then turned that shit right back off. Motherfucking disgrace. That's what I'm saying.
That was dope.
Like, man, dude, y'all dealing with some whole different type of cats, dude. Like, we don't give a fuck about all that shit. This shit is fun for us and shit. You know, we enjoy the journey. We take it where it goes. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not willing to attach myself to somebody that ain't, you know, where we're at, in the type of space that we're in, like our values or whatever. Like, I'm not going to attach myself to something just to get likes and clicks and views and shit. And that's what you see. And all these motherfuckers are circle jerking and using each other.
Yeah, he don't really want this smoke. He just wants his face.
It's probably one of them. Like, yo, I don't put that shit past none of them now. Ever since I found out Mr. Fair uses Carcino, now I'm gonna assume it's one of them. Them.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers do not want it and shit. Because Kwame himself couldn't hop on this motherfucking live and be like, oh, yeah, and talk that shit. And I told y'all from day one, Kwame could not come on this motherfucking show and say anything because then he would really have to face this shit. But he's so scared of fucking any type of confrontation or facing any type of truth. This nigga don't even cam up on his own show anymore. And when he do, he pointing the camera at his fucking feet. But that's your alpha super male.
What? What? What?
He ain't gonna do none of that shit. He wasn't, man, that shit was gear for that nigga, dude. Like, he wasn't promoting no businesses, man. Y'all was clothing and feeding this nigga, basically. That motherfucker used everything but the fucking lotion that you motherfuckers was sending him. I seen that nigga on one of his lives. He had on like 4 of y'all fucking outfits and shit. Sleeping on the goddamn floor in the hotel room. Like, boy, y'all better fucking stop. Stop it. The fuck is wrong with wanting better or wanting to do better or be legit or be about what the hell you saying? You coming to me and your whole thing is, oh man, we trading and coding over here. We doing this. We bought these boys and these young black men and shit. First of all, I should be able to look in your background and see, like, oh man, this nigga got young boys. So he's raising them. He's active in their life. Okay, so I see where that's good. That's the first thing. Then on top of that, you should be able to see where he's actually doing all this shit that he's saying.
Maybe.
I would doubt it. That would be weird. That would be a weird twist.
That'd be a super weird twist. Because man.
Mr. Skinny, the one that outed him for being gay. I want to know why. I want to know why he sat on those. I was thinking like, damn, Skinny should have hit with that off top. Scott Free, shout out to Scott Free. The way Kwame was talking to the old man that was smashing his auntie, that was disgraceful. I wish I would have talked to me wish he would have talked to me like that. Yeah, I bet. I didn't even see that. But I can imagine because most people see his bullshit anyway, so none of the shit that y'all fucking putting us on is surprising. This motherfucker said, okay, I admit it. I'm Mr. Skinny. If that's the case, then cam up.
Please.
Snake oil. If you Mr. Skinny, cam up, or you trolling? Shit. I really want to know about them damn texts. It's smart to see Snake Oil abandoning small business, especially small African American businesses. Remember, Wednesday was Small Business Day. Now it's Weak Weasel Wednesday. So that shows you where his mindset is. Exactly.
Yep.
About none of that shit. That shit was all cool when motherfuckers was just sending them free shit and, oh yeah, you go, Kwame. It's easy because niggas want the adulation and they want all that and the praise and everything. But when you start talking about doing the work for real, you see how he move. And that's why he don't do nothing, just like Charleston told you. Oh, shit, these motherfuckers ain't lying and shit. Everybody that deals with them, look at how they come back.
I just want to say, whoever Snake Oil is, if you can just type that, bro, you don't have no feeling, no compassion about what you're saying, bro. That's crazy.
No, niggas be lame, man. Shit, we fucking open the floor. Shit, we can move in. We can move on off of that if you want. Touch on a couple things before we get up out of here because it's still been a lot.
Yeah, nobody's saying. Not nobody. I mean, like nobody's gonna hit that link because.
No, they're not. Cowards. So shit, what else been going on? What was we gonna touch on? That was one thing that I wanted to talk on, and I got you guys in the chat, and I really wanted you guys' opinion because the shit with Will Smith is not really going away.
Oh, it's never gonna go away because it's a lot. It's a lot to unfold. You gotta pull back them onions. You gotta pull back them sheets, bro. It's a lot.
Right.
Let's go. How you want to start? You want to start with Chris Rock mental health, or do you want to start with how a lot of women keep saying protect black women, or do you want to talk about the privilege that Will Smith has?
It's kind of all of that because I really wanted to kind of talk about kind of the aftermath and the consequences, and it kind of goes back to some of the points that you were just asking about as far as like how the women were kind of perpetuating the violence and just everything. And you're seeing now, fast forward, for a lot of people that were saying like, okay, yeah, this is that was right. Like, yeah, protect black women and do all that. And you see, fast forward now, he did nothing in that situation like he was wrong. It was the fact that now it's even more compounded. So it went from, oh, we're protecting black women to now Jada Pinkett and him are the butt of all jokes now. And I mean, it's gotten bad to where like comedians are so over the top disrespectful now, like kind of like wishing he would, like daring him.
Mm-hmm.
So it went from
Yeah.
something not that serious to now he's a punchline. He's obviously, I mean, you're out of your mind. He's obviously tarnished his image. And I mean, you got so many comedians coming out. I think we see Mike Epps today,
Mm-hmm.
Lavelle Crawford, Tony Rock.
Yeah.
Tony Rock went in. Then he withdraws from the Academy.
It's true.
That pretty much means that I guess he loses his vote when it comes down to like those Oscars and stuff like that.
Correct.
And fast forward, a lot of his projects that he had, upcoming projects, those are all being put on hold or canceled.
Like Bad Boys 4.
Yeah, Bad Boys 4, you had Karate Kid 2, Hancock 2, Fast and Loose. I think that was something on Netflix. The Council and Bright 2. They put a pause on all. Yep, Steve Harvey. Yeah, they putting a pause on all that shit. And I was telling people, I'm like, for everybody thinking that was the right thing, it wasn't. It's just not how you move as a man. And I said his biggest problem, it ain't no shit from his childhood. It's none of that. It's his damn wife. She has been the problem. And that shit is only gonna get worse the longer he tries to force that shit to work.
Correct.
I don't know. What did you have to say on that?
Right there, where Reed just said, I would have sued him. I would have sued him.
Oh man,
sued him
yeah,
for
Willie
everything.
Reed just said, yep, Jim Carrey. He was saying like, yeah, he would have hit them pockets. But you know why he got off though? You see how quick they politicized it. And they did it for him. And it was kind of like disgusting to see, really. That shit was so out of line, but they turned that shit into a black women's issue. And you know how that is. And I'm sorry, saying I love all the sisters in the chat, but when it comes to mainstream and a lot of shit that goes on, I don't know, you're able to kind of skate on shit when you make it a black women's issue. And that shit wasn't right.
That's true. Everybody did win. I'm not gonna lie about that. You said it was all a setup to show that basically that black people can put on a great performance and black people can win awards and be successful, and then they go along and do this stuff by Will Smith. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But what's
Because
the
it was
win
history
though?
making.
Yeah,
The
it was
win-
history making in a sense, but I'm talking about at the end at what cost? Because it looks like they're pretty much canceling Will Smith. So it's like, what's the win?
I feel like the win.
Will
all
Smith's
black
going to
people
set
win.
himself up to be canceled and get. I have a list here that I just kind of wrote down. We're looking at like what 5, 6 projects. Where's the win in that?
No, what about all the black people that won? What about that? It was an all black performance.
That's great, but his fuckery took away from that.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, because how many days? We're almost a week later. Yeah, it's a week later, and more people are talking about that than the fact that Samuel L. finally won one.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they let an all black crew produce it.
Mm-hmm.
It all took a backseat to his actions and shit because he can't control his household.
So that's why he's saying it might be a setup, because why would somebody do that on this night?
At Will's expense?
No, yeah. Because why would you do that on that night? Out of all nights, why would you do it on that night?
Yeah, I don't know. That shit exactly, and that's why I can't believe it's a setup. That's why I can't believe it's a setup on that night. It's a historic night for black actors, for black people in the Oscars. On that night, why do that with Will Smith? for it to be a setup. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. It would just be logically, it doesn't make real sense.
No, actually, me thinking about it, it would make totally sense. Think about it. It's Will Smith. So if Will Smith does something like most people are doing right now, you're giving him a pass.
But he's not getting a pass. They canceling his shit.
They are. But look how they're canceling. Look how long it took. Look how long. Like, he still got to be at the war show. He still got to accept his award. He had an acceptance speech. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like everybody is slandering him, saying, "Oh, you're wrong, you're wrong." They babied that man. Denzel Washington, Tyler Perry came to that man and babied that man. That man should have been gone. That man should have been in handcuffs, gone off the premises.
Yeah,
you get
I
what I'm
totally
saying?
agree with that. Yeah.
But it was like, oh, it's Will Smith. So it's like, oh, he just hit him. He was just upset. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And then men saying, man, no, F that. No, you should da 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 da. And black women are women. They're saying, oh, he stood up for his wife. He's standing up for black women, all black women. And who is the main villain in that story? Chris Rock. So he's standing up for Chris. He's standing up against Chris Rock. It's like a whole story. A whole story. That's not crazy to you? Just think about what I'm unfolding. I'm not making nothing up. It's all presented right there. Chris Rock is the villain. And now they're throwing stuff talking about Chris Rock, like when he let old boy say nigga and call him a nigga.
You talking about when Chris Rock did?
Yeah. They're really trying to point and throw poison at Chris Rock to make Chris Rock bad compared to Will Smith.
And ultimately to excuse the bullshit that
Will Smith has done.
But fast forward a week later,
and
you see where we're at. It don't look as good for Will anymore. So that's why I'm like, I'm thinking if it was fake, everything you said is right, and this shit blows over. It's not a trickle down effect to where, damn, he feels so fucking guilty. He has to remove himself from the academy. Damn, Netflix lets a lot of shit fly. Yeah, Netflix said, yeah, we got to hold on for a second, dude. He got movies, Bad Boys 4, Hancock 2, Karate Kid 2. All that shit put on hold because of his actions. And then that's why I always go back to like, man, it's that woman. Men really got to watch the women that they pick.
You can't, people, just to say people, just don't, because people will come back and say, oh, so you're against women.
No, I'm not against women. I'm saying that men need to watch the specific women that they pick, because this is how you end up in situations like this.
That's true.
He has spent the better part of 2 decades trying to please this woman that never wanted him in the first place.
I wish you had that video up, because that's what you said. Last Sunday was true. Like, she didn't protect him when old girl said that about the entanglement situation. You know what I'm talking about?
Will hopefully be your year. We love you. Thank you for all the years of joy you've brought us. Thank you. We can't wait for more Red Table Talk and more entanglements and no more entanglements. No more entanglements.
That's all she said was no more entanglements, but she didn't say like calm down, like we're past that situation. Don't talk about that.
But they don't. Whenever the joke's at Will's expense, then it's always all laughs and we're laughing it off. Whenever it's at Will's expense, there was jokes made that night. I think I can't even think of the lady's name as an actress, but she made a joke that people were pointing out, and it was like it was none of that same energy. The fact that she even had the red table talk in the fucking first place. It's just, what are you doing? Her comments on Oprah.
Hold on. You know I love you. I love you. I love you so dearly. But no, it's even.
Oh yeah, hold on. We could pause that shit for a second. Men cheat way more than women. Boy, I don't know. I asked Brown Skin Lady 81 straight up. What women do you guys know to where you guys don't see what a lot of men see out here?
No, do you want to hit the link, Miss Brown Skin Lady? Because we did say we was gonna talk about that. So do you still want to hit that link?
I think that's such an outdated mindset because women are so y'all evolved, and to put it nicely.
Because you remember we did say we was gonna talk, so this is perfect. This is perfect.
I can't even say women cheat more than men, but it's definitely 50-50. Definitely 50-50. Like this idea that women are just out here and they're the ones getting abused and left and cheated on and done wrong. That's out. But right, Dan Nichols, he said Will made it worse for himself. And that's ultimately what it was. At first, they were protecting him, but as the time went on, you could see he just basically compounded the situation. Yeah. Shout out to Monica Jones.
Miss Brown Skin Lady, you know I'm not gonna point you out, but if you don't want to say nothing,
but she said it too. Monica Jones. She's like, yeah, the shit with Jada, like that shit is public information. Like she's been out there for a minute. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like women like Jada, just that mindset, that's not uncommon. That's like true. That's something that guys encounter a lot. Shit, all guys ain't out here. You'd be surprised. Guys ain't out here getting all this fucking coochie I think we getting. Well, y'all just be thinking all guys are cheating and shit. And you could probably make the argument that women cheat more.
No,
because cheating ain't just the act of sex. Cheating starts long before you start fucking.
But I'm going by statistics. Can't even talk right, but men cheat a little bit more than women. It's around the same level. We're on the same level. It's that men are just up a couple of stairs, while women.
But you know what's bad about that statistic though?
Go ahead.
Women are more of the population than men.
Yeah, please take care of them. Go ahead. You don't have to. You know. You don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah, no, you cool, brown skin lady. You know. But yeah, women are more of the population than men. So if you say like a smaller percentage, just not smaller, are cheating, and it's about the same, that means more women are cheating than the men.
Explain, so they can get what you're coming from.
Because women are more of the population. So just say 49% of women cheat. 49% of women is more women cheating than 49% men cheating.
You're right.
But yeah. Where were we though? Yeah, that's just the thing.
No, we're on that Will Smith and Jada situation. And anything else you want to? Because she said she might come on. So anything else you want to talk about?
Oh no, she just threw us off and like, oh, what? Men cheat way more than. It's like, man, nobody's saying men are perfect by a long shot, but this idea that just men are just out here down bad and like women are just so innocent, I would just think that we kind of would have moved away from that, just seeing how society is now. Women are almost open about cheating. Scott Free says men cheat for pleasure, women cheat for emotions. And shit, I'm telling you, Scott, yeah, that's true. But these days, boy, these females gives.
It might be the other way around. Ooh, it might be the other way around now.
And remember, we were talking about that shit too. As far as like when we say women cheat for emotions, But you got to think too, even with guys, in a lot of cases, it can be emotional because usually what drives you to cheat. And when you think of the dynamic with a lot of men, and you look at like the situation here with Will, and shit, you have a woman and you're the one that's putting in everything. She doesn't protect you. She has that, well, I'm the prize mentality. I think a lot of guys, especially, have dealt with that if you're not dealing with it now. And so when you think about that, you're missing a lot as a guy.
Yeah.
You're missing a certain kind of nourishment. God forbid if your fucking woman don't cook. So now you're missing a lot of things from your woman. So naturally, just to keep that shit afloat, you're out here emotional in a sense, diving on the next broad. Because this one broad is not fulfilling you in various ways.
I know we're talking about that cook cheating, but okay, the cooking situation, that would be your fault, actually, because you chose that woman. You went after that woman.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. Cause I'd be like, shit, she can't cook. I'd be like, oh shit, we gonna be friends.
That's what I'm talking about. Because let me.
But I'm saying it though in a sense to like, what a woman brings to the relationship. A lot of times, like talking to a lot of guys.
You gotta understand what you choose.
Yeah, but there's also a thing like as people we tend to get comfortable too. So you got to think of a relationship in whole and stuff. Like a female would be up in there burning some shit up, when everything's in the honeymoon stage. But then, come down the line, she ain't cooking like she used to. She don't get her nails done like she used to. She don't call you on a break at work like she used to. She sleep before you most of the time. She ain't making sure you get nothing off. You just name it. It's just plenty. She's always nagging you about shit. She don't never give you time and space to do the shit that you need to do to get your motherfucking head right. But yet she always got time and space and wants space to go out to the club with her friends. Like men deal with this shit regularly.
Yeah.
And so when we just say like, oh, men just want to get a nut off and shit, it's not always true. There's certain things that men require from women that women often get comfortable not doing, thinking that shit, as long as they, know how to heat up a hot pocket and, give up a little cooch every now and then and shit, that the dude should just be pretty complacent. So men, I think, also probably cheat a lot more in emotion than we recognize as well.
Damn. Men. I just basically.
The secretary, she said, I always thought Will Smith was the prize when they got married. And that's the thing. If dudes don't recognize that, like, I think both people should be prizes.
Yeah, we should be equal.
But in a sense, men are taught that
women are the prize.
We're not the prize, and we're pretty much expendable.
Correct.
And so that's what you see a lot working and shit. You see somebody like Will Smith. I know a lot of females would fucking leave whatever they got going on right now
to pick Will.
You'd be like, shit, I'm sorry. Well, shit, Will called, I'm out. Y'all would fucking leave full-blown marriages for Will right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing and shit. Like, men aren't taught that shit. And you see that shit at all levels of society and shit. If Will Smith knew that he was the fucking prize, he wouldn't be putting up with half of that shit.
Correct.
I wouldn't push. I'd be damn.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it right now. Okay.
Yeah, no, I thought we just dropped it again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it right there.
Yeah, bring her in. I want to know what she gotta say. But yeah.
Like when you're talking about the prize situation, it's supposed to be equal. It's supposed to be equal. And see, men, we forgot that, and women forgot that. Like women don't understand that you supposed to choose us the same as we choose you, and that doesn't happen anymore. Like we try to come and do everything that you want, like pay the bills, do the handiwork. If I can't do handiwork, I pay somebody, but just make sure we get everything together. And women think only thing they have to do a lot of times is just come in the house, maybe cook a meal here and there, maybe take care of the kids halfway, and then go do what they want to do because it's women empowerment. Women empowerment didn't mean that you can do whatever you want. It meant that we're equal. We're on the same level. I need to treat you the same way you treat me. It didn't mean that I can be better than him or I can look down upon him or I'm a higher status than him. No, it meant equality. And that's what women are getting wrong, aka femininity. Feminists, sorry,
Yeah.
feminists. That's what it's for. Equality. Nothing else. Now people just took it and ran with it.
Yeah. And we've totally, I think, just gotten off track as a people.
You don't see that Chin Check podcast, or do? Oh, hey, put it. Can you put it in the chat?
Oh, okay. Hold
Yeah, throw it in the chat. All right, I'm gonna start from here. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah.
We
Yeah, we
apologize
totally,
about that.
yeah, we totally got away from the just that whole thing. Cause I think that whole feminist movement and all that shit, even to this day, is just totally fucked up. Just the idea
No.
of family structures and people
Mhm.
being able to really truly come together, because a lot of females don't understand is like most guys, we don't want to date our homeboys, and we don't want to date these like new age liberated hoes.
Doesn't matter
That's
what
a
type.
whole no,
No, go ahead.
that's a whole thing now too. Like females think that they should be able to have OnlyFans and be full fledged prostitutes and shit, and you supposed to wife them with traditional values.
Mm.
It's like really a thing now. Like I see that shit on social media all the fucking time, and it's fucking insane.
Me too. Me too. But like I said before, to that statement, Scott, it's all about what you choose. See, people are rushing. Look, there's a thing. There's courting, there's dating, then you go into relationships. Dating and relationships are two different things. Dating is, oh, I'm trying to see if I like you, if I want to fornicate with you, if I want to, what I'm saying, spend a little time here. Relationship, it goes to bonding. We want to see if we stick, if we glue together. And then after that, then there's marriage. Marriage is, this is the person I want to build with. This is the person I want to achieve certain goals with.
But what makes that hard now and shit is we're all in competition with each other. Men
Correct.
and women are in competition. Hold on, let me bring her up. She in the back. So hold on.
Okay.
Brown skin lady.
Hey, brown skin.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Hey,
Hey,
am I your
hey.
first? Am I the first? Oh, excuse me, guest to come up?
Now we
Am
had
I the first?
some weirdo come on trying to defend
Oh,
Kwame one time, but
oh,
yeah,
okay.
You're the first
I gotta.
woman.
I
You're
would like
first
to see
woman
that.
though.
All right, all right, all right. Look, I am. Look, I'm listening to y'all with this whole Jada and Will situation, right? I don't know why, but why I feel like there's some kind of animosity against Jada, especially by black men. Like, why y'all be hating on Jada?
I don't know if you want to cover it. I can say it's not so much about hating on her. It's pretty much calling it what it is. And Jada, she represents a lot of what modern men deal with and just regular women. And on one end, you can't really fault Jada for who she is because she's always been like that. But at the same
Mhm.
time, you can see how just that toxic behavior, it's affecting everything in their lives, and it's not called out for what it is.
Mhm.
So it's
Now,
just simply go
when you
ahead.
say toxic behavior, what behavior?
Look at her. It's just what was the main thing we were talking about is when I said protection goes both ways. And you
Mhm.
see Will, he just pretty much from right now, a week later, he is pretty much kind of thrown his career away for this idea of protection. But in the same
Same spectrum,
line,
same night.
yeah, she doesn't protect him ever. She does things that a man's wife should never fucking do. And the main thing when it comes to, I know, with a marriage, even a relationship, is you don't bring shame and embarrassment onto each other.
Right.
And
Okay. So
she's great at that.
are you talking about her sleeping with that little boy,
No.
No, I'm
August?
talking about, you take August out of it. She's always on Red Table Talk,
Mhm.
talking crazy about him. She's on Oprah. She was on Oprah talking some crazy shit about how they fuck or some shit like that.
Okay.
The video that we showed where she allowed the dude, girl, whatever, jump up in their face, talk, bringing up the entanglement and everything. It's certain ways that even as a woman, you protect your man. You don't bring shame or dishonor to your man. And she doesn't even do the simplest shit. Then we ain't even got to start on the kids because she's married to Will Smith.
Right.
So ultimately, she has one fucking job. So not only on top of that, does she not protect him? And you say this is my opinion or whatever, but she done gave this nigga 2 weird ass kids too. Like, come on, man. I just know most real women,
Oh,
like, they're not moving like that. You got one fucking job. You got Will Smith. This nigga's 20 mil a movie. You ain't got to worry about shit. And you can't give this motherfucker one sensible acting kid in public. And every time you turn around, you're going almost out of your way, above and beyond, to embarrass him.
okay. Now let me just break that down
Go
because the
ahead.
kids are, I guess, eccentric or whatever.
To
But
say the
that's
least.
because that's look at how they grew up. Look at where they are. Like I'm pretty sure their parents had something to do with it. But I could have sworn in order to have a child, you need sperm and an egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that sperm was the messed up one. Maybe
Could
maybe
be.
he's the crazy one. I don't know, but
I will give him fault there because to me it's obvious that he don't run his house as a man should. So I
says
totally
who
put the
though? Says who? Like
look at the results. Who does, like, I don't know. I couldn't
Hold on.
imagine being married to
Hold on.
somebody
She messing up.
I
Oh,
I
good.
feel like black men are mad because Jada got some dick from somebody who wasn't her husband, and the man stayed with her. And men are looking at him like real salty because that's like
Nah,
the
I've
worst
seen niggas stay
nightmare.
with women through kids. I done see niggas find out that the kid wasn't theirs and stay. It's not so much that, it's just it's the embarrassment. It's how you carry your dude.
What is she saying on Oprah? Or I guess
I
because
don't
I
remember the
don't watch her.
exact quotes, but she was on there talking about some shit that she shouldn't even have just been talking about. And then just given just how shit's been going for him the last 2 years, at some point you would just expect her to kind of chill. Especially like with all the entanglement and all that shit coming out. I don't know. I just think
Right.
as a
The
woman, like,
entanglement.
you have to carry your guy a certain way, even if you're cheating and shit. Like, still, you don't bring embarrassment and shame back to each other. And I don't really see it, like, because I'm pretty sure Will, he cheats and he does what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But on his end, he doesn't bring shame back to the household. All that shit is
Because
coming from her direction.
he didn't get caught, or because it wasn't brought out to the public. Well, first of all,
I
they
think
have
he
an
got
open
caught because they
marriage.
got pictures and stuff of him out with broads and all
Yeah.
Right.
that.
Okay.
So I mean,
So I
he's
mean, but
been caught,
they have an open marriage though, y'all know. Like, so technically the
but
whole August Alsina thing.
people say that, like, Will came out and he said, and from what Will said, what I gathered, Will is traditional. He's like Christian, traditional Christian base, pretty much the typical shit.
No, Will Smith.
Yeah.
No, they were Scientologists for a little bit. No.
Oh man, that's that weird Hollywood shit. I'm talking about what he was talking about when they first met and they got married. Like when was that? Like back in '97. Jada Pinkett didn't want to get married. Jada doesn't believe in marriage, monogamy, none of that shit. Will believes in all that shit. So ultimately, what he's doing is something to appease her. She never wanted to be married. She never wanted to be with Will Smith like that. She probably wanted Tupac.
Mm.
That's why.
What were you saying, Clay?
That's why they don't. Will Smith family don't get along with Jada, because it's the Christian values that they gave to Will, and that's how they wanted the relationship to go. It's always been Jada that changed everything. Jada is the reason why they went to Scientology. Jada is the reason why they have the so-called open marriage. He even said that he didn't want that, but to make her happy, he chose that.
And that's what he's always doing, is to make her happy. He's going with shit.
We're talking about Will Smith.
It's no give.
Yeah, Will Smith said that.
But I'm saying we're talking about this powerful black man in Hollywood, right? You remember how we keep saying like Kwame is coddled?
Yeah.
I feel like right now a lot of black men are coddling in a way, or making it seem like Will is some little child without his senses, and everything that happens, every mistake that he makes is on Jada. But we're talking about Will Smith. This is like one of the most successful black men, I guess, in entertainment in this country. Why are y'all, he can make his own decisions, right?
What you mean? They coddled him at the Oscars. Denzel Washington coddled him. Tyler Perry coddled him.
I don't know. I just know about Denzel saying something about the devil or whatever. So I don't know about all that or whatever. But as far as like their everyday life, okay, so you guys are saying their marriage, it was Jada's fault because she made him go into this different, just less conservative.
No, he has blame because he could always assert himself as the man of the house. So that's his fault on that end. The only thing that I say with Jada is I've always figured in any relationship, you don't bring shame and embarrassment back to your partner. Like that's one of the main things. That's why cheating and all that shit is so embarrassing, because when it comes out, it's usually a lot of shame and embarrassment and spotlight and a lot of that shit, even in just with regular people. So you can imagine that shit when you're famous and you're the biggest movie star in the world or whatever. It's like 1,000 times magnified.
Why is that Jada's? Why is that Jada's fault though? Like, why is that Jada's fault? If anything, August Alsina didn't play his sideline role right.
Yeah, no, he was definitely down bad on that part. But I'm saying, like, when you think of some of like the interviews and stuff, that like, would you do that to your husband? Would you go on?
Look, we ain't got to worry about that over here because we don't live like that. And that whole open marriage situation is just
no. But I'm saying, like, regardless, like, would you go speaking on your husband's sexual prowess just for whatever clickbait or whatever?
If I had like if I was that kind of person where I'm all about growth and sharing and being transparent, maybe I would consider something like that. If I'm going to be open about every other area of my life, I'm going to share about my husband too, the good and the bad. So, and that's where her platform is, right?
Because that's the thing, because a marriage is sacred. So
they have an open marriage.
Yeah, but even then, but an open marriage and those different type of relationships, it doesn't mean that there's no boundaries. I think when we think open, we think that there's no boundaries, and that just means that maybe the boundaries are expanded, but it still has to be some sort of boundary. And then it's obvious that this whole open marriage thing, it ain't what we think it is. Or we wouldn't have him sitting on the red table talk, crying in her face and everything about entanglements. It would just be cool. So they're two people with two different sets of values, and they're in constant conflict. And you can see it with Will. He's kind of battling with himself. And at this point, you know, it is kind of on him. But at the same time, if as a woman, like, it's just certain shit that you just don't do. You have to carry your significant other proudly. I don't think that's just too much. Like, you shouldn't be embarrassing your husband.
Can I say something?
Mhm.
I just want to say that you keep saying open marriage. Y'all keep saying open marriage. Only thing that's different between an open marriage and a regular marriage is sex. Just like only thing different between a gay person and a straight person is sex.
Right.
There's nothing different. So whatever, like he said, whatever that she does by the embarrassment of not keeping a hold on August, that's her fault. Because if the man did the same thing, women would be pointing the same finger at a man. So you got to judge it on the same. You got to judge it on the same thing. She fucked up. She didn't do what she was supposed to do.
Max
She was supposed to handle.
He said Will and Jada Smith's marriage is open to all things except jokes.
Guess so.
So what? Okay, so you guys feel like the emotion and the purpose behind that slap was embarrassment.
Correct.
Yeah.
A buildup of embarrassment.
Heavy.
Absolutely.
That he decided to take out on Chris Rock at the Oscars.
The straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can.
There's like a disconnect here because even like it's not adding up. I feel like people want to connect those two, the entanglement with the Chris Rock incident, because those are like the two major latest scandals with them. But it doesn't even make sense. Why would he wait 2 years later and take it out on Chris Rock? A lot of people have like clowned them.
Hold on, because I want to make sure. Let me, because I got this. Go ahead, keep going, Brownskin Lake. Hello? Are you messing up? Get into an area where you got some bars.
So we got R.S. Sullivan in the back, or R. Sullivan in the back. You want to bring him in?
I wanted celebrity, but yeah, you can bring him up and then tell him to hold on 1 second.
Let me take my earbud out, because is it still messing up?
Not now, because basically I want to say this. So you saying that the struggles of everybody watching you and talk about how your wife messed up on an entanglement compares to a G.I. Joe joke, a movie that flopped, but it's based off of almost a real person that was a woman that went to war, cut her hair so she could be like a man and kill folks.
No, I'm saying it's not.
Hold on. So you're saying that joke weighs more than an entanglement and being prosecuted by men and women for years?
I'm saying it doesn't have a real clear connection. I'm saying it doesn't have, and that's why you just asked that question. You telling me that this has to do with this. I'm saying the exact opposite. It doesn't have anything to do with it. Why would he wait 2 years after this entanglement thing? All these jokes and whatnot. And why would he take it out on Chris Rock?
Right. It could have been anybody. And that's the thing where people think like, okay, he wouldn't have went up on that stage and it really could have been anybody in that moment. Now, how it would have went after that, because everybody's not Chris Rock. Like, if he had slapped The Rock, then, he probably gets rock bottom. That shit goes completely left. But it's a buildup. So when you're saying, like, why would he wait 2 years? It like the red table talk and the entanglement wasn't the last thing. She done been on talk shows. She done been doing all kinds of shit. And it's just been a constant buildup. He's became more of just kind of a joke. He's been made to look more like a bitch in the public eye. And so you get to a point to where that shit, that eats away. Like men, we're not allowed to just be outwardly, like emotional responsive like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you end up, you take a lot of that shit in, you're holding it in, and to the point where it explodes. It comes out at the wrong time, like at the Oscar when you're finally winning your first Oscar and shit like that. So it's not so much about Chris Rock as it is about what the hell he's carrying inside, trying to act like, you know, nothing's wrong or he don't have a,
Wait a minute,
a
baby.
real problem.
Okay.
Let me bring
him back up.
Let me bring him back up. Let me see what he got to say too. I think he fell out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Sullivan?
Go ahead.
Can you hear us? Mr. 305?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What
What's going
you
on,
have
man?
to say?
So,
Chilling.
Yeah, my thing with the whole situation is this. It don't really make a big deal to me one way or the other, whether he addressed it at the Oscars, whatever the case may be. I don't think that he had any intentions on addressing it there, and I don't think he expected Chris Rock to say what he said. And once you build up that type of animosity, I've seen all the memes, I've seen all the jokes. Everybody say they should slap August Alsina like that instead of crap. I've seen all of that, and you can say what you want to say about that. One of the things that I heard was the brown skin lady, what she was saying. August Alsina was actually living with them at the time, and he was cool with the son. When you do something like that, that's a different level of disrespect. And I think they were with now. I don't think anybody know. I don't think anybody know August Alsina was gonna make it into a song on his album.
That song was hard too. I'm sorry,
but he was stupid enough to go to the round table. And my thing is, we should have been able to sit down. I know we talk about the Scientology and all of that. That's all stupid. Like, all of that is just dumb. If you got an issue with your wife, you talk about that off camera. Hey, look, we're not going to bring this to the forefront. We're not going to bring this to the public because it could go one of several ways. Now, if he was concerned about the fact that August was going to put that in his album, then he told him, like, hey, I'm going to put this out there. So let's try to make some money off of it. That's a weird, difficult way to do it. But that's their merit.
But do you think that maybe they do have those conversations? Like, I don't see anybody who's that just, like, in my opinion, she talked too damn much, but I don't see anybody who communicates.
We would never know. We would never know if they do or they don't.
Right.
I think that she probably would think about it. That came out then. The show Red Table Talk was coming out. So perfect publicity is what the man that started this confusion.
Yeah.
August Alsina. So why not bring out a song? Why not bring out a whole album? Why not do a whole documentary on YouTube and BET showing how it all started?
Yeah, I'm talking about
I'm not mad at him either.
You need to be mad at him.
When you put a song out like that, you have no fear of nothing. You like, well, I'm not gonna do nothing.
She said, you need to be mad at him.
He's the issue. He didn't play his role.
He did.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like, okay, you guys are saying that she's embarrassing him. She's out. She's here. She's there.
But what role is that though? What role do you think he played?
A sideline hoe.
Right? He played the hoe, right? I'm just saying that's his job. That's what he was playing. Like,
That's exactly what hoes do. What do these hoes do every time they fall out with one of these dudes?
But still, he's still young. He's still young boy. He don't know the rules and the regulations.
Jada does, and even in that, when she's doing her business,
I'm just saying,
it shouldn't come back. It shouldn't be messy. It shouldn't be something that brings shame.
So you don't think? Hold on, let's break that down. You know how I like breaking down. So she didn't talk to him, right? Before. Come on, man. You know she talked to him. Come on. You know, especially a woman.
I bullshit.
I know, especially that shit. Look, boy, don't go. What do they always say? Hey, don't get to acting stupid once I give you some of this pussy.
Right.
Well, give you some of this pussy, nigga. Don't start acting stupid now.
You know what this was.
What August did.
Yep, and that man caught feelings, and it was over with.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That
It's his
nigga
fault.
fell in
He messed
love
up.
with that because ain't nothing like some grown. Woo.
Woo.
Niggas be females be thinking like,
But
damn.
listen, but she got it. But you got to remember, she got a hit. Like you said, she got a history of that though. That's
That's
not like you don't wake up to that every day.
Right.
She got a history of
Allegedly,
what?
Will caught her with Mark Anthony back when she had that show back in the day. It was
Oh.
some sort. I can't remember if it was. I think it was called Hawthorne or something like
Bro,
that.
they've been together for 20 years. Scientology, open marriages, all of that.
I got a question. I got a question for everybody. Okay. All of what we heard, say you in Will Smith's shoes right now. Plus, your child says she wrote a letter saying that
Oh,
she wished that somebody your ex-mate would come back in the life so they can be happy. And they've never met them before. If you don't know what I'm talking about the Tupac letter.
yeah.
That
Willow
Willow
penned the
wrote
letter to
Wow.
Tupac.
Tupac.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
What the fuck? Exactly. What the hell is going on at their
I was
house
just
to
about to
where?
say the Tupac.
Like,
Wow.
so how would you feel?
So
Somebody
they
wrote,
could be happy, like so
yeah,
that her mom can be with him and they could be happy.
correct.
Hey,
That's fucked up.
hey, let me say this real quick. I remember.
Something happened? Oh, he missed it. Hold on. Are we
I think
good?
Sullivan, I think he has a delay or something, maybe.
Yeah, it's a delay. It's a delay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Now say it again.
Um, so what I was gonna say is, if you remember, like the little excerpts in his book, in the excerpts in his book, he was talking about how he saw his mom get abused when he was a child, and he was
Correct.
talking about how he always felt from childhood to going, even in being a Fresh Prince, going into the illustrious career that he had, how he always felt like a coward because he didn't step in when his mom was going through what she was going through when he was young. And so he always was like, always felt like this, always felt like this. Now, he's had several opportunities to step in and do whatever he was going to do, but he didn't do it.
He never did
I'm
it.
not saying that was his aha moment and that was his like stand at the top of the mountaintop moment,
Mhm.
but I get it. Like I understand like not saying that, not saying that, not saying that, and then just finally being like, you know what? I've been the butt of the jokes. I've
Exactly.
been the meme. I've been gifts. I've been on everybody's Twitter and
Exactly.
Instagram for 2 years.
So I'm gonna go up there
All
now.
right,
I'm
I
gonna
gotta say
slap
something.
somebody. I'm
Why
gonna
I'm
you
not saying
slap.
like
it's right.
No,
I'm just saying like I
hold
get.
on. He didn't say nothing. He still didn't say nothing.
No, he did.
His
He said what?
hands, his actions did.
But that's what I was talking about with men. Like a lot of men, there's no space. That's another thing that this whole situation brought up. It's just
Yeah,
that men don't have that space because even
Mhm.
if he would have said something, or you see what, like you said, he turned into a meme for crying on that at that red table. So it's like men don't have a space to where we can express that shit. And it's you're only gonna hold that shit in so long as a man. It
right.
just and I just know dealing with a woman like that, just in the back of his mind, he's like feeling like, yo, man, these motherfuckers think I'm soft. They think I'm a bitch out
Right.
here. Man, I feel like a bitch. I can't believe I'm letting this shit go on. I'm fucking Will Smith, 20 million a pop. And then, it just took weird ass Chris
Yeah.
Rock and shit just sitting
But
up there like,
they don't think that that's just what you put up out there. Like money don't mean nothing.
at all.
It don't.
It don't.
Yeah, if you ain't
I
fucking
lost my
right
train of thought.
inside, none of
Okay,
that
hold
shit
on.
matters.
Hold on. Let's back up. My baby just had come up for a second. Go
Cause
back to that
I
last
heard
comment.
I know she
cause
was
I
about
heard
to.
her say that she was like, oh you.
I'm starting.
This is the problem.
I'm starting to
This
see it.
Like hold on.
this is the problem. Okay,
Hey,
because
I ain't jumping off. I'm about to grab my charger real quick, so I just gotta close the camera quick.
All right.
I'm gonna need for these black simps to fucking man up and stop blaming black women for all of their ills. Okay. I'm so tired of these people on YouTube, the manosphere, the little break off group saying that black women are the worst things. Black women have been the backbone of our community for so long. And now you guys, I mean, and as soon as we come into our own, we take the capes off, we divest, we are living our best life. Then all of a sudden we're an issue. Like I don't get that. I don't understand. Like to me, it makes black men look weaker. They look weaker to put all of
Nah, but
the
that's
issues on black women.
like no, but it's the thing. It'd be one thing if we were just putting issues on black women. We're pointing out specific things that relates to some black women.
Right.
And
But I
that's
mean,
the
like,
thing, where you have women that are on their shit and they're doing like they supposed to. Yeah, like salute to them all day. But the problem is that like we're all responsible for a certain social imprint. And the thing that we run into, especially with black women, is black women don't want to address none of these issues that we deal with as men, which brings me back to where I said, where it's like we don't really have that space, because automatically when we speak out, we're looked at as weak, or we're beta, or we're wrong, or some shit like that. Kind of like where you
right.
just went with it. And we're talking about specific issues. I don't think we're saying anything wrong to the fact that, like, forget the cheating and everything. The way that you carry your spouse is everything, and it goes both ways. But too often, men, we're coming up from little boys, little black ass boys. We're never taught that we're the prize. We're always taught that it's a prize to get the women, and women carry that shit like that. And
I
so you
think
can
that
see that in play with Will Smith. Will Smith is probably $1 billion man that don't see himself as a prize and stuff, because he's constantly appeasing and changing and shifting to go with Jada.
right. And I think that like this is like just an example. Like I think that there's a much bigger issue. And that's why I jumped to the whole manosphere and black women and this whole, because there has been a shift. Like, would you guys agree? Like there has been a shift to where like there has been a lot of blame put on black women. Look, you see,
Oh wait, keep going.
there has been a lot of blame all of a sudden put on black women, and honestly I think it's because we are coming into our own. Like right now we are the ones who are like progressing up the totem pole in society in this country, and black men, unfortunately, a lot of them are being left behind.
In
Hold
a
on.
sense.
Let me finish. I just say one thing. Oh.
When I first came into like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Okay, like when I first came into this whole black empowerment thing, I was all about black men and black women. Like it has to be a collective or it won't work. I have seen so much disrespect towards black women by these same black power based men. It was disgusting. And I feel like everything is being dropped on us because men can't stand in their shit. They won't stand in their shit. So they play it off on us. Single black mamas is the way y'all raise your kids. Well, nigga, if you had stayed around, it wouldn't be a single black
look
mother.
at that. But look at that though.
AJ, please let me have it. Okay. Look, we finna break all of this down. I can start from there since you was right there.
I was just gonna say it's as simple. It just comes from accountability. Because me, as a single dad, I don't get to fall back. If I raise hoes and murderers and all that stuff, I don't get to fall back and say, oh, well, if her mom was there, then no, I'm there. So it's still my job. My job doesn't change because of the inaction of the other parent.
That was definitely a factor, though. If you and this is just hypothetical because I know your children are great and they're going to be great, but if a child is raised by a single parent and by the father, and what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
No, I was just joking. I said it's still up for debate.
Okay, so if the mother's not around and the little girl turns out to be not so great or whatever as an adult, not having a mother could definitely be seen as a
Oh,
factor.
I'm not saying that couldn't be a factor, but accountability is still a thing because really that shouldn't happen.
It should.
Accountability. So where's the accountability to the guy?
You broke up again.
She basically saying what accountability for men.
But that's the thing. Men take accountability. We hear that shit all the time. It's not a fact that we deny or anything about, like deadbeat fathers. But that's the thing. At the same time, moms can't just always just say like, oh man, well his daddy wasn't there, but it was like you were there. So what were you doing with your influence?
Correct.
You're
Ms.
still
Brown,
there. So if he's the murderer, it's not the motherfucker. If he's a hoodlum or he a thug or whatever, he in jail, it's not the motherfucker's fault that wasn't there, that didn't really have an
Yes,
impression.
it is.
I don't see it like
What?
that. It can't be because you're the one that's there. You're the
You
one that
raised them.
raised them.
Okay,
You
so
raised them.
hold on. So when that or say a different boy, the next boy, he becomes a football player. He becomes a superstar. He makes millions of dollars. You're gonna say, I raised that boy. It's because of me, not the father not being there, right? So you can't change
Exactly.
it now. You can't change it.
Right. And don't it goes
But it's
both
still
ways.
an issue.
You
But
can
it's
raise
still
your
an
kid to
issue
be
that
LeBron,
father.
or you can raise your kid to be
It's not that simple. It is
Willie
not that
Brown.
simple. Okay, look,
right.
my
You can
whole
raise a
thing, the
Willie
bigger
Brown
picture
or you can
is
raise a LeBron. The choice is yours.
the bigger picture is there should be more talk about absent fathers than it is single mothers not doing a great job. And
But
men have to hold other
When is
like
there not
a
talk
man is
about
not
absent fathers? Like as a black man, like one of the weirdest like sideways compliments that I get is people being surprised that I raised my kids.
right.
But I know more
Not
deadbeat moms than I do dads.
Deadbeat
I know
dads.
more single dads than I know actual real single moms.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen more
really.
single dads in my lifetime than I've seen actual single moms. They want that title, and they've been remarried, got stepdaddies. They get child support on time. The dads still pick up the kids on the weekend, hold on, and they still throwing up single mom. I've seen legit more single dads in my lifetime than I've seen single mom, and that's not even no cap. I'm talking
Well,
about no
I'm a
help from
social worker.
mom and none of that.
I'm a social worker, right? And I used to work
Yeah,
for
you're
Child
not gonna
Protective
see a
Services.
lot of guys in that system. That just ain't a guy thing to do,
Yeah, that's
to
why.
take women to court.
Yeah,
No, like,
you're
but
gonna see more. I'm sorry. I just want
no,
to
Go
say
ahead.
go ahead,
you're
Clay.
gonna see more women than you're gonna see men coming to you. The reason is because what older women are going to tell them, or what fathers are going to tell them. They're gonna tell them, hey, go on down there, you get that money off that boy. If he ain't gonna take care of them kids, he can at least pay for them kids. He can at
Damn
least do
right.
this for them. Okay. So that's what, but when it comes to a man, is nobody's gonna tell us, go take her to court, go get that money off of her. They're gonna say, this is your responsibility. You have to do what you do. You have to
Yeah,
work.
That's
You
true.
gotta take care of them kids.
yeah.
You
There's
see
a
you
lot
see
more
the
empathy towards moms off top.
Yeah, I mean, and just to like go back with like when I was talking about my job, like I don't work in child support. Like I was investigating child abuse, and
Mm,
one of the standards is to contact whoever that absent parent is.
mhm.
99%
Right.
of the time when I search for absent parents, it was fathers. So I mean, I'm glad. Look, Jay Almighty, I give you so much praise because I'm like that. When I see a single black father, I'm like, that is wonderful. That's amazing. Like I wish
Yeah.
there were more, black men doing what you're doing, because that's not the norm. It's not, and I shouldn't be so, I guess, surprised, or it should be like you made the child, take care of them. But I mean, in reality, and I'm pretty sure if most people, when you see, sorry, I just had a
No, you
Oh
good.
no, you
Keep
good.
going. Hold on. You kind of messing up. I want to make sure we get this. Say something now.
okay, can you
No.
hear me now?
Yeah,
Can-
right there. Perfect.
okay,
Wherever you are, stay still.
Okay. Whenever most people in this country, when you think of single parents, you're gonna think of the woman. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm glad that's not the like. I wish kids had both parents and it wasn't an issue, but let's be honest, most single parents are mothers. And
I
when I was
totally
talking about my
disagree. I think
what
most of the
what is
single
the chat?
parents that are highlighted are single moms.
Mm-hmm.
There's no consideration for single dads. Nobody thinks of it. And it's way
Mm-hmm.
more normal than what we know about. Way more. But you just don't hear it. Guys aren't up here. We're not jumping up crying about the circumstances pretty much at every turn. We're not the ones rushing to take women to court in droves and stuff, but it's a way bigger dynamic than what we actually speak on. Like I said, like that's crazy. Like I always try to tell people, you have to find like a real weirdo of a man that won't take care of his kids. This
Mm-hmm.
idea that that's a common mindset of a man is ass backwards. That's one of the most unmanly things ever, not to take care of your kids. And I'm like, if that's such a common thing, I don't have not one deadbeat friend or associate.
There's
So
a
how
lot
the
of
hell can
weirdos
I
out there.
avoid these type of niggas, but
No,
females can't?
no, y'all date the percent. Y'all usually date the percentage of male. That's what it usually is. So you think all males are like that, and a lot of
No,
males. I'm telling you. And hold on, before we go there, I just had one question because I don't want to
just
lose
so
it.
y'all know, I'm married and my husband takes care of ours.
Yeah,
Nah,
So I
we
don't want to
already
get that
know.
switched up.
yeah, I know.
So
Yeah, you date a light skinned man. We know.
yeah, he light skinned it.
Yeah. I remember she said that
It's
on
good.
Skinny Podcast. Um, you said that. Sorry if I'm going off track. You said that when you're usually searching, you're searching for the dad, right?
Yeah.
So you basically, so you base. If can we talk about your job? Because I want to ask you first.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't do it right now, so it's not my current job.
Okay, okay. So when you were searching, it was usually the women that were were doing the abuse compared to the men.
The abuse had usually happened. The allegation had happened while in the care of the mother because the daddy was nowhere to be found.
Hmm. And so when you usually find the men, what do they usually say? The
Usually
majority.
the majority, unfortunately, I couldn't even find because they're afraid that I'm looking for that I'm the child support enforcement or something. So it would we had to make so many efforts because just in case that child did come into care, we had to consider the paternal side of the family, instead of foster care. So like they made all these different laws where you had to do such and such. And like I had to go to like the prisons. If a lot of the times when I was able to contact an absent parent is because they were locked up and I was able to find him there. But any other time, it's not returning any phone calls because they're afraid that it's something with child support.
That's scary.
Yeah,
That's all I wanted to know. I'm sorry to everyone if I'm going off track. I just really
no,
wanted to know that information.
no.
Yeah,
9 times out
but
of 10, like, and it's sad. It's sad because well, that's a different time. I don't even want to get on that
You,
subject
you, you,
about
you,
child support.
yeah, you don't have
No,
to get into it. I just
yeah,
really want to know that.
yeah.
But I did want to say this to hop back on subject. Majority that is portrayed was on like say like Essence, Ebony, Jet, People magazine that men are dogs, correct?
Sound
Correct?
like an attorney.
is it correct?
So that's what you usually hear that men are dogs, men are not this. Now, since we have social media, males are finally standing up and saying, "Hey, not all of us are dogs. So
Right.
stop portraying that all of us are like this." Because
And not
women
even that.
usually go
Not
ahead.
only just that, but we're also kind of speaking. We're like, wait a minute, we deal with this shit too
Correct.
on
Yeah.
our end. Like it's been such a long time that we don't speak out on the different inefficiencies of women that we deal with, and maybe the shit goes both ways. But for
Right.
years, like I said, it just goes back to that prize mentality to where we always act like the woman is just a prize. She can't do nothing wrong. You ain't supposed to say anything. You're not supposed to check her or correct her or just none of that shit. And it's just been like that. And just at every facet of a relationship, whether it be emotionally, sexually, physically, financially, it's always been primarily on the men to perform and show and prove. And with things getting so far left, it's like now we're kind of like at a point where you kind of got to call women out a little bit. Like, hey, like you guys still want us to be these traditional, strong, providing men, but then it's like, look at what we're getting in return, which seems to be less and less as time goes on.
And I respect it because I'm all for people expressing themselves, men, women, or whatever. Like my husband, he gets tired of me because I'm always, encouraging, to talk about feelings because traditionally Black men are not raised to be like that. So I'm all for that. But
You know
I
why?
just asked.
Hold on. You know why?
No, I mean, no, not really.
Because you get it thrown back in your face.
Right.
That's why.
If there was a space to where like a lot of men, I don't know, I guess I kind of speak for two Black people. So if I know there was a space where Black men felt safe like that, it could help a lot of these different situations.
Correct.
Black men
Right.
aren't allowed to show fear and uncertainty and hurt and shame, and just have a space where we could really process our emotions in a certain way.
Right.
Not to sound all cake, but that's just the way it is.
No, and I completely agree. And I think that everybody needs that. Everybody deserves that. We're all human. And I don't have an issue. I encourage that. I think that the lines get blurred when it comes off as disrespect and disregard.
So
you know, that's where the issue comes into play. Because honestly, like my whole mindset when I first came on, with the whole Black Impact, like I said, I was all about us as a community. But I got kind of tainted when just at like I said, the disregard and the disrespect. I'm like, damn, like these people don't even care for us and we're caping for them. So I think that it's gonna have to, we all have to have an understanding and come together because we do need each other, but the disrespect and disregard, it has to stop because come on now.
But
like,
I
Black
think a
women.
lot of the disrespect and maybe disregard that you're seeing now, though, and you got to think, that's what I'm saying. It goes both ways. It comes from
Right.
these guys that's felt disrespected and disregarded long before this conversation or call to accountability for y'all has come up. Men has been feeling disregarded and disrespected and expendable for ages now. So a lot of these new conversations where you're hearing guys like, damn, man, Black women, this and that, like that shit is new for you guys. You guys didn't have that coming up. So now you're kind of like, oh, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Right.
But
Right.
men have
That's
felt
true.
this kind of way for a long time.
Scott, I'm sorry you had to go through that situation, bro.
He said a Black woman stabbed him and called the police, and he went, damn, what cops you had come out to that?
Right.
Jesus Christ, I don't want to move there. That is not the neighborhood I want to be in.
I just came to say I'm sorry that you had to go through that situation.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I'm
That's
sorry,
fucked
too.
up. God damn. I'm sitting here leaking and you, wait a minute. Did she even go to
Yeah.
jail, or did you both go to jail, or what was that?
Basically, I want to say a lot of men just want understanding, peace, and respect. Like that's all. And you say that men are talking about all women. No, we don't talk about certain women. The women that don't do what they're supposed to do in the relationship. And usually a hit dog holler, right?
I'm hollering, but I'm
Yeah.
I am hollering, but look, I'm a prize, so I don't know about them other bitches. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm just
But
saying.
no, it's going to be a two-way street. It's going to have to, because like you said, I think somebody mentioned with social media, people are more vocal. Everybody's so opinionated. It's just that, like, but this whole us against them, like, that's not going to work. That is not going to work at all. It's going to make
Yeah,
things
no, that would
worse.
never work. I just think men are to a point to where like we kind of want women to kind of understand, what we want more of
Right.
as men again, like because
That's fair.
I don't think the line has ever changed for men. Men are
No.
expected to be the same traditionally, pretty much, but it just seems like now women have changed. They became whatever they became, whether it's this idea of independence, which I can get into because I think that whole thing is bullshit, or you have this new age of women that they want to be online hoes and or just flat out hoes, and they still want the same traditional treatment from men. It's just it's a lot of shit that we really deal with that we have to call out now. And all women, just like all men, we all play a part in our social imprint. So it's just something that, like, if we're ever going to be able to grow from, then women have to be willing to accept it in part and like recognize, like, okay, this is a problem on our end as well. Instead of
Right.
being maybe so quick to be offended, like kind of understand where guys are coming from. Like a lot of guys, when they speak and you hear all that, oh man, fuck that, and black bitches and shit, like these motherfuckers are speaking from a place of hurt. And that's a space that women have always had.
Yep. Like
Some
this
guys are
person
just
right here.
finally bold enough to be like, oh, fuck it. And maybe it comes off wrong. It's not too flattering when you hear it. But ultimately, yes, it comes from a place of hurt. And what's the first thing a lot of women say when you come from these, or you come with these talking points? The first thing they say is, oh, you mad? Who hurt you?
No.
That's the whole point. Like, that's the point.
Sorry.
That's where it comes from, though. Like, it's
True. Yeah.
hurt. It's constant repetition of just taking shit and have to take shit on the shoulder and continue moving on. Like, oh, because I'm a man, so I'm cool. We just roll. But in the back of our minds and shit, that shit is building a tumor somewhere or something.
True. Like, I understand that everybody has their own, journey that they've been on, and they're, shaped differently by their experiences. I completely get it, and I respect it. I don't appreciate the disrespect that in the aggression that comes along with it. But I can completely get, how it can build up. And like you said, I agree. Black men have not always had this, this forum to express themselves. So I can understand the build up. I really, really can. It's just, we don't have to work together. I mean, that's the end of it. I mean, that's pretty much what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to, after you guys get your, I guess, express yourself and have this explosion, we're still going to have to work together. We still need one another. So
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know, but
definitely.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're saying that, but other women are not saying that. They feel like that
Yeah,
we
that's
shouldn't
not
work
the
together.
common
Like,
feel. A lot of us as black men, we don't even feel like, I don't know, we don't feel like necessary. I don't know. Maybe it could be me. I don't know if I'm speaking if we got black men in the chat, but you don't really necessarily feel like black women are for us as much anymore. And it's like a weird thing to say. That shit sounds weird coming off
yeah.
the tongue, but it's like that's kind of like what it feels like.
yeah, that's what
Just
it feels like.
Yeah, and that is probably true. Like I said, at first I was black man, black woman, and then I said, well, fuck them, I'm going to be for black woman. So that's probably, a good assessment, but it doesn't come from a place of, it's more of like, I got to preserve myself because they're not about us, and I guess you guys are looking at us the same way. It's just that we've almost become our enemies in a way, and that's not going to work at all.
yeah, nah, it's not.
Okay, well, it was good talking to you. I got to jump off, y'all. Look, my my daughter is
Nah,
still
it's
up and
cool,
she
man.
got
It's nice to
school.
hear from you, man. We
Oh,
appreciate you coming through.
All right, no
We on.
problem. All right, good night, y'all.
good night.
Definitely good
Thank you
night.
so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
Bye. All
Let me
right.
see if we got. Let me see. Do you want to bring it?
Oh yeah, you can bring them up. Go ahead and bring them up.
Yeah, I wanted to see what he wanted to say before we get up out of here. I don't know if you can.
Secretary of Common Sense. are you comment king? Because you kind of have the same verbiage. And I'm sorry, whoever treated you wrong, because it seemed like you really don't like black men, and not all of us are bad. So I want you
Yeah,
to
and just
understand
like I
that.
was telling the brown skin lady, it's a thing to where it's gotten to the point to where there has to be a balance or just a understanding on both sides. And so for so long, the conversation and the narrative have always been so one sided, and so I think it is really just a culture shock for black women now when they hear men saying shit so fucking harshly. But it's like, man, it really comes from shouldering a lot of shit from
Hmm.
decades, like from our grandfathers and shit. Like we always get that story and shit of the grandfather having multiple women and outside families and being abusive, but we don't never hear the abusive stories or talk about the abusive qualities of our grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn on what's the show I fucking watch all the time? Paternity Court.
Yeah, paternity court.
And you got all these old ass broads on here and shit trying to find out who's the dad of 30-year-old people.
Hmm.
So it's like that dynamic of the whatever we started with cheating and all that shit is not new. It's always been a 50-50 kind of thing, but it's just one side has gotten more of an ear than the other.
Yeah, the game is never changed. No, the rules has never changed. The
The
game is
game don't
just
change, just the characters, just the
yeah.
players.
There you
Game
go.
don't change, just the players. That's
You're
all it
right.
is. The same shit that females do now that we're complaining about now. It may be different, it may evolve, but it was the same shit. You know, a lot of our grandfathers had issues with.
Correct. Correct. But go ahead, 305.
Yeah, man, my bad about the phone thing. My joint cut off in the middle of that.
Yeah, I know
Um,
you already explained that.
but yeah, but I was gonna say, bro, like I came back in right at the end of I forgot her name, brown skin something,
Yeah,
and she
brown
was
skin
Yeah.
talking
lady.
about brown skin, yeah, and she was talking about her take on it, and I Jay, you said something that stuck out with me in terms of like where we come from, like how, and when you was a kid, if you played sports, if you just had a certain type of men around you, you fall, you scrape your knee, whatever the case may be, they say, "Hey, man, get up, Russ, and darling, you good, you can't cry."
Right.
Hmm.
Look, what you as fathers of little girls, what you do? Your daughter cry, you pick her up, you scoop her up, it's
Right.
everything. It's like,
Yep.
oh, you gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more. It's a lot more nurturing and catering, and that's how you get a lot of daddy's girls. That's how like my little sister is like that with me. You know what I'm saying? We had the
Yeah.
whole father not in the household type of shit. So you assume that role and you take it on and you do what you do.
Yep.
But in terms of like something like that, to your point, you don't get that same energy. You said something about like not like you go on any social media platform right now. You got, like you said, you got your OnlyFans, you got your fake Instagram models, you got all of these females out here that's just like they privy to the attention and the money. Who who the hell got a cash app just because they posting pictures? You feel me? Like you just out there just posting regular pictures and videos, and you got a cash out for what? The fuck you do for me? You
But
ain't did
that's
nothing for me. You ain't sent me
pretty
no
much what it
pictures.
is. And
Right.
that's the thing. Like that's how far shit is deteriorating to the point to where now they expect it just for being able to post a cute picture.
Right, but we supposed to be the stand up. We supposed to stand up, and we supposed to have we supposed to give them the same treatment as a woman that we court, somebody that we go out and we actually put time and energy and effort in. But you want that same type of treatment just
Oh
by
yeah,
posting
yeah.
a picture
They still
and
want the
posting a
same
video.
traditional
Nah,
guy, but nah.
Hmm.
that shit, they ain't happening. Not over here.
All right, and that's the shit that we point out, and that's what I was telling her that it's weird that like we can't even get black women in general to admit that dynamic exists. Like
Right.
most of the time when I get on Facebook, Facebook has what's it called, the stories. A
Hmm.
certain time of
Yeah.
night that turns into damn near the Playboy channel.
Straight up.
That whole little scroll is just porn.
And she got a different perspective on it at least now. Like I know she said she was married. I don't know how long she been married, but obviously you don't. When you married, you got kids. You don't go in. It's certain things certain lanes you just don't go into because it doesn't pertain to you anymore. Like it's all about your family and it's all about your your kids, your husband and all of that, your marriage. So
Right.
it's
That's what I was
just a
trying to explain to
little
her
different.
about Jada. Like, I bet you there's shit that Jada's done. And he made a good point when he brought up that Tupac letter. Like, there's just certain
Yeah.
things you're just not going to carry your significant other any old type of way.
I don't get it, but I guess it ain't for us to get. It's just because when you're a public figure and you or public
Right.
figures, your life is on display 24 hours every day. Like
Right.
you have a
People are like
bad day,
examples.
yeah, you fall, you trip over some stairs, you get water shot up your nose, like it's gonna be on TV, like you gonna see it, and or it's gonna be on the internet. So you don't have the luxury of having a bad day as a celebrity. You just don't. And
Right.
that's what they signed up for. So
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever they do from this point on, that's on them. I don't know how that's gonna go with everything else they got going on, but he chose to take it. He chose to take his moment in the sun and do that, and that's what he chose to
Bozo
do.
behavior.
Hey, that's what he did. But I appreciate the time, fellas. I appreciate y'all letting me back on, man. And
Oh, yeah,
I only
definitely.
been subscribed to y'all for a couple weeks, man. So but y'all content
Yeah,
is
we
always
appreciate it.
great, man. I done watched a few of y'all videos, bro. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all boys be easy. Y'all have a safe night, man. Y'all be easy.
Man, you
All
too,
right.
man. We appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate it, bro. Hey, y'all got y'all cash out in the link.
Yeah. Hold on,
No, you
I
ain't you
was-
ain't you ain't, you ain't even put it up there. Like,
No, I'm saying I could put it up
He's
because I
slipping.
have the.
He should get on it. He's slipping on his pimping, bro.
Yeah, see, it's
let me
up
move
and
that.
sure. Let me see.
He basically said, but if they got their phone, they can't do it. So yeah.
Oh
No,
no,
I
but
see
there it
it.
is
I
though.
see it. I see
Yeah.
it. I see it. I got you. All right, folks.
All right, man. Yeah, definitely, man. You take care.
All right, you too.
Yeah, dang. What did she just say?
Which one? Secretary or
Oh,
Shauna?
she was saying that we pretty much give it to them just for the picks, and I mean, yeah, I mean that's how the game goes and stuff. But I mean, ultimately, I think it's crazy though that when those type of women they really expect tradition. I think hoes have their place. Somebody has to do it. I think everything serves a purpose. It's when we try to blur the lines is where you find a lot of problems. Just
Thank
like
you,
in the Will
Jeff.
Smith situation.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it.
What do you say? Yeah. Shout out to Jeff Short, new subscriber.
Same,
Scott,
Scott.
man,
Same, Scott.
my daughter be busting my pockets.
Same.
Yeah, it's
Almost spent
part of it.
1,000 for Christmas. So I told man.
Man,
So
what are you doing? Huh?
yeah.
Okay, here I come.
This was an
Yeah.
awesome show, people. This was an awesome
Yeah.
show. I thank you. Again, if you didn't like or subscribe or comment, please, and hit the notification bell, please, because you don't know when we're going to go live.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, we might come in like midweek, but we'll definitely try to be on Sundays. We try to come around 7 Pacific, which may be kind of a little late Eastern. But yeah, definitely if you hit the notification bell, that'll always tell you when we're on. And yeah, we'll do it like that. So yeah, shout out to the Secretary of Common Sense.
I want to
And
talk to you one day, please.
yeah, we have to get you up here too. Because this is the type of stuff that we like to have. Like we like being able to have like that dialogue about a lot of the conversations. Like she had brought up the manosphere and all that shit. And I've always wanted to have these type of conversations in a space to where we don't necessarily feel threatened or combative with each other as much as where we can actually really have the conversation. So yeah, Shoot, yeah. Well, once we go off, Shonda, yeah, go back and rewind it. I think it really got cool, especially once we brought up Brown Skin Lady 81.
And
We really
305.
got of it. We had some fun with the whole thing with Kwame and all that shit earlier with the text messages from Mr. Skinny. I was hoping to get Mr. Skinny up because I'm sure we have questions about the text messages, but I don't know, maybe next time or next weekend I'll probably try to reach out to him and see where that goes. That whole situation is crazy.
Yeah, because we got to remember, you got to hit him with the chin check thing because they probably look at it compared to me just hitting on my regular thing. Even though I have a lot of followers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, shit. No, you shit. He call you Fat Boy. Yeah,
my nickname.
He know who hitting him up. But yeah, man, make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe, man. We really appreciate y'all. Like I said, last I checked, we were just over 500 subscribers, so we're still growing at our pace. And we really appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with us, sitting with us all night. Good night, Jay Watson Entertainment. Yeah, you got anything you want to say? Take us out. Come on, camera.
I just want to say this. I appreciate everyone. The people that dislike us, the people that like us, the haters, the supporters. I love every one of y'all. And please keep watching our show. We're just trying to keep it 100%. And we're trying to we want you to talk to your friends about this so then you can come back and y'all can discuss it more. And
yeah, keep furthering the discussions because the discussions aren't, even when it comes to like stuff with Kwame and that whole thing, the discussion ain't just about them to subtract from them, but it's really to point out like how we look at people, how we watch people, how we observe people, how we hold people accountable to standard when they're given so much and put in such a high position or held to a high regard. And even like the discussion that we had with Brown Skin Lady and seen the Secretary of Common Sense chime in. Those are the type of discussions like, we gotta further that and push it out. And man, we hope you guys come back. We hope to be able to have a dialogue with y'all and be able to go back and forth, bring y'all in and all that. Like that's the goal.
Yeah.
So yeah. She said, "Yeah. Oh, so you're Fat Boy, yeah."
Yep, I'm Fat Boy.
Yeah, we told y'all. Yeah, they be watching us too. So like when y'all see them pages come up, they be watching us too. On them fake weird suspect pages, they know what's up.
Yep. So I'm finna take us out. That's Jay Almighty.
Should I go out with the Youtubian Rhapsody?
Yeah, go ahead. Do what you gotta do. Throw your space on there. Okay. That's Jay Almighty. That's Geraldine, Mr. Two Names. I'm Super Dope Keys, not Quays. Keys. I understand a lot of people can't read, but it's Keys. No disrespect to anybody. And you just been chin check.
Bah!
Is this the boss life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in the dual twist to escape reality.